overthrow, this military-type takeover from a beautiful, imperfect, but still constitutional government, the rarest of things in Africa. So anyone that says, and I know they're going to say it, oh, well, the Ambazonians, they're not capable of governing themselves. They don't know what to do. It'll just be another southern Sudan, or the South Sudan. They're wrong. The people of Ambazonia know what a constitution is. They know what it means to govern themselves. They know what justice means. They know the importance of justice. They know the importance of independence and liberty. Because that's what they're asking for now. And they're not asking for it just to get what they want, to scurry along and create another despotic regime. I firmly believe that everyone in this room, everyone sitting at this table, and everyone out there is committed to making Ambazonia the shining star of Africa, fulfilling the promise that has never been fulfilled of the post-colonial Africa, the promise of Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, and the other great leaders. It can be done, and we're going to do it. So you ask yourself, how is it possible that all of this could have happened and no one has recognized that Ambazonia is free and independent, that it's a thing, that it exists? Well, they have. They are, the junta of Biya and its predecessor has gone from one illegality to another, one illegitimacy to another. Keep putting on additions and building higher on that house of sand that Jesus tells us through Matthew. Cannot stand. It's now being governed as a colony because it has never been legitimately annexed. It is not legitimately absorbed. And I submit to you that Cameroon, as it exists today, isn't a legitimate nation. President Biya in 1992 himself acknowledged Ambazonia's existence. In a case, it was the Bamenda High Court case HCB 28/92. He agreed. Additionally, President Biya, some of you may remember, it's funny how these conflicts come and go. There's a huge thing in mid-early 2000s, the Bokassa conflict with Nigeria. Actually, it was in the early 90s with Sonny Abacha, who isn't getting a lot of good press these days. But when that conflict with Nigeria was resolved, Paul Biya signed a treaty, a UN treaty, in front of God and everybody, in the UN, that said the following. Let me quote. I, President Paul Biya of the Republic of Cameroon, in a bid to provide lasting peace to the Bokassa conflict, do hereby commit myself and my government to respect the territorial boundaries of my country as obtained at its independence. Cameroon's independence was obtained January 1st, 1960. Ambazonia wasn't a part of Cameroon January 1st, 1960. Ambazonia was still part of Nigeria for a few months and then free. So Paul Biya promised in a treaty, and this is important, I'm going to pull back to where I should be, where my country could be, because he is French, so clearly he says that that's moi. The state is me. Paul Biya is Cameroon. Cameroon is Paul Biya. I'm going to pull back, and this is where we're going to be. And the UN believes him because they sent surveyors out and they built these giant pillars that are on the border between Ambazonia and French-speaking Cameroon. So if for a moment you think that there's no legitimacy to this claim, there's a fence. Pretty close to a fence anyway. There's a wall separating Ambazonia, the free and independent nation of Ambazonia, from French Cameroon. And I found out something today, speaking with His Excellency the President. I find this stunning, and I hope people that are listening and watching today think about what I'm about to say, the gravity of this. If you live in Ambazonia, if you're an English-speaking resident of Ambazonia, and you cross the Mongol River. If you cross into French Cameroon, you have to go through a security checkpoint. You have to present documents, and you have to pay customs on anything you bring back or take in. Just like if you're in Italy and you're crossing over to Switzerland. Just like you're in France and you're crossing into Portugal. It's not one country. They don't think for a minute it's one country. They know better. They're just not acting better because they have themselves a nice colony. And that cannot stand. That house of sand cannot stand. And how great will be that fall. Further, this may be a little unfair, but that's what lawyers do. We bring up unfair stuff. There's a really good chance Paul Biya isn't even legitimately the president of Cameroon. Under any international accords, any concept of international law, because what the Cameroonian Constitution says, that the National Assembly president becomes the head of state until the president is elected within 90 days. So when Ahijo resigned, what should have happened was the head of the National Assembly, president of the National Assembly, should have become the president of Cameroon. Unfortunately, he was Ambazonian. His name was S.T. Muna. He should have been the president of Cameroon. And then there should have been an election. If anything happens when you have slaves or a colony, you don't let them lead you. So Biya appointed himself president. Illegitimately. Illegitimately. How great was its fall when the house of sand, the house built on sand, came down. So you see, there is no basis for any argument against Ambazonia. You have to tell the truth. If you're Cameroonian, or if you're on the side of the French-speaking Cameroonians. If you're Macron, before you go to bed at night, but he's not busy telling us how many plastic bottles we should use, and standing on tables and cheering on soccer teams. He has to tell himself the truth. And the truth is, Ambazonia is the vassal state, the colony, the slave of Cameroon and of France. There's still a colony in West Africa. He has to tell himself that truth. Because no other truth will abide. Because there is no other truth. Everything else is a lie. And it's been a lie every day for decades. That's the hope. How great will be the fall. Unfortunately, that's not the end of the story. It's deeply unfortunate. What I just told you, the history of the illegitimacy of this whole process, would be enough for independence. But there's an even greater thing that has happened. There's even more of a reason that everyone out there needs to join together. For justice, for liberty, for independence, freedom, equality, and humanity. Now, Biya has embarked on a course of genocide, mass slaughter of innocents. He's not slaughtering his people. He's slaughtering civilians in a country that he has taken over. And they tend to be children. They tend to be beautiful children. And they tend to be women and young men. And they're all civilians because there's not an Amazonian army. And there's this tendency, and I don't want to get too horrific or explicit here, but one of the powerful messages he sends to those that he's enslaved and colonized, the favored way of the militias, the security forces, and the military. And that's an amazing word, isn't it? Militia. That means anything. Anybody that you can pay to kill somebody, they're in the militia. And then you say it really wasn't me. And Biya says, oh, it's really Ambazonians killing Ambazonians. And that's nonsense. But one of the favored ways, the horror-filled ways, one of the reasons I can't let my children look at my computer when I'm working on these files is because of the policy, is they like to wound the Ambazonian children and women and then burn them to death while they're still alive. And they burn their homes. There's been over 400 villages erased, leveled by fire. Or they do it in the streets. And why do they do it that way? And why do I say it's a favorite tactic, not just an accident? Because they're sending a message. You shoot someone in the night, or you shoot someone in the forest 200 feet away, no one really sees that unless they're standing with you or with the person that got killed. But if there are villages being burned and the horrible screams of people being burned alive, that gets heard, that gets seen, and the message is sent. And the message is very clear. The message is, your God isn't here to help you. I command you. I am the demon, the devil that can destroy you and will. Don't rise up against me. That is the message that Paul Biya is sending. And that is the message that I hope when President Macron, before he goes to bed at night, stops telling us how many plastic bottles to drink from, stops standing on tables rooting for his soccer team, who are primarily from Africa, but that's another story. I hope he understands that that's the real message that he's sending. It's not about plastic bottles or soccer teams. It's about children being burned to death just to preserve an illegitimate colony that should have never existed. There are over 2 million people that have been displaced. Many of them have crossed over and gone into Nigeria, which has its own problems. It's not exactly a great place to flee to. Things must be pretty bad if you look to Nigeria as a place where you can find peace and comfort and respite. And under the international law, as Mr. Fine said, it's both the right and the duty of the people to throw off a government that is seeking to reduce them to absolute despotism, seeking to reduce them to slavery and to being a colony. And that politically defenseless minorities can escape oppression. And we have more than that here. It's not a minority, it's a separate nation that has been oppressed and enslaved. They've been murderously denied their internationally mandated rights. And if I haven't lost you with the horrible nature of the things I'm telling you, I hope you're still here, because something can be done. We all need to do something. And just like when you go to church, just like Jesus said also on the Sermon on the Mount, good Lord, would my grandma be proud of me to know that I mentioned the Bible twice, 3 times today. You can give 3 things: your time, your talent, and your treasure. But you can't stand by. You can't stand by and just watch it happen and do nothing. That's not an option. We're talking about civilization. Mr. Fine mentioned the various avenues of redress, and I submit one that's very interesting to me. Not only the ICC, who we've appeared in front of, we have the fortune of one of the security guys there is from Florida like me, and the last time we were at the ICC, he goes, "Hey, you're that Florida guy, how you doing?" I said, "You know, while it's good to be recognized by you, I'm not sure this is the best place to be recognized." He said, "Don't worry, the bad guys don't come through security." So it was a good deal. But the International Court of Justice, not really used that often. It's where nations get to sue nations based upon violations of treaties, accords, and promises. And I submit to you that I think we have 2 pretty darn good cases, maybe more, of the violation of the International Accord, the Fungan Accord, the violation of the Constitution, the initial Fungan Constitution. That was an agreement that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That was totally abrogated in 1972. And also, the Bokassa Treaty. Once again, Biya probably didn't know what he was doing, but he promised in front of the UN, in front of God and everybody, I'm pulling back Cameroon to where it was January 1st, 1960. That's the other side of the Mungo River. Doesn't include Ambazonia. So he needs to abide by that promise. And the International Court of Justice can do that. So I want to close by saying, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Fangum Gorji Dinka. I'm proud he's a lawyer. Not often lawyers do really good things. As I once told my grandma before she passed away, she said, "It's going to be great to see you in heaven, Brucey." And I said, "Grandma, I don't know. I'm a lawyer. I'm going to have to work extra hard. It's going to be real hard for me to get there." But he was a lawyer, and his 1985 Declaration of Ambazonian Independence have some calling him the father of Ambazonia. And he's 93 now, I think. He's in exile. He's been arrested by Bia and tortured. He says, I'm not the father, God is the father. But he's the guy. But sitting at this table, sitting in this room, I am confident that the James Madison, the Thomas Jefferson of Ambazonia is in this room, or sitting at this table, or certainly in that audience, outside in the audience. There's going to be a constitution. And I am equally confident that not only will these people be, or whoever this is, be the James Madison or the Thomas Jefferson of Ambazonia, of Africa. Because it's time to get it right. It's time that post-colonial Africa realizes the potential that it's had. And we don't go from one despotic dictatorship to the next. That we finally, the dignity, the greatness of the African people is recognized by their government. And I know that's going to happen in Ambazonia. Because after all you've been through, so I pointed the finger in the past, the present, and the future. After all you've been through, you can't just restart this thing again, making it just like it was back then. And that's a promise everyone has made in this room. And that's a promise to the world. This forum was intended to explore the various aspects of the Ambazonian independence movement, the optimal, non-violent path to Ambazonian independence, and the termination of the ongoing genocide of the people. All of the things that we're going to do as lawyers, that we're going to do, that we need your help, are all against the backdrop of stop killing my people. Independence, work toward it every day. But for now, they gotta stop killing. They gotta stop killing my people. They have to stop killing the Ambazonians. And with all grace and humility, I say you're my people. Because once you got me, you got me. I get team haircut. And I'm sort of like that bulldog. I have 7 speeds in 1 year, only 4. So that is what we had hoped to do for you today. The thing that we cannot forget, however, is this isn't located somewhere in Africa, involving some people in Africa that don't have anything to do with anybody else. This is a colony. This is enslavement. France has tacitly or actually approved what is going on here. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to hopefully not to expose all of our strategies, but one understands from reading history that France and England haven't always been good friends. One understands England's going to do something in maybe another couple of months that'll involve not funneling money into France's pet, whatever it is their pets are, how many plastic bottles you can have, or their soccer team, whatever it is Macron does. He's not thinking about this. We believe Chatham House is a key. We believe that England can step forward and get it right and do the right thing and say, that's it, enough. You French people cannot keep killing English-speaking people. You can't do that. And we hope everyone that's watching this will say the same thing. Enough's enough. You need to stop. This house built on sand cannot stand. And how great will be the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fine and Mr. DeValle for the services that your firm is putting at our disposal for the people of Ambazonia. We deeply appreciate that. Time is not on our side, I guess, and I want to believe we will now go straight to the question and answer session. And the questions would be asked, and the appropriate person, if you want the lawyers to answer your question, please direct it to them. Or if you want any of the panelists here to take the question, direct it to the panelists. I see your hands up. I'm coming, please. Just give me 1 second. You know, I'm having the microphone. I have to answer the first question. Yes, so I start when I added Mr. Fine or Devale can take the question. Ambazonians would love to know what is the level of your experience in cases such as this. Any of you can take the question.
Well,
the microphone. Okay.
At least three of my experiences, I think, relate to this one. A long time effort in Cyprus, where the island remains divided between Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. In fact, we did negotiate a confederal arrangement, and Turkish Cypriots voted for it, the Greeks did not, so they tore up the whole thing, and unfortunately it still remains divided. I also spent many years on the Kashmir issue. You know that India recently annexed at least the portion of Kashmir that was on their side of the line of control. Kashmir is similar in its background to Ambazonia because when the British abandoned India and there was supposed to be a plebiscite amongst the former chieftains as to whether they ought to be independent or join Pakistan or India, the United Nations just permitted becoming absorbed into Pakistan and India. Kashmir was never permitted to vote independence, and we see the results are rather bloody. The third case that I've been involved in is Sri Lanka, somewhat similar in that there the Tamil Hindu Christian minority being oppressed by the Sinhalese Buddhist majority. There was terrible internal insurrection, the brutality that was utilized by Mr. Gadabaya and his brother, Rajapaksa, caused horrible suffering, 40,000 dead. It still remains a very convulsed nation. So I know it's not easy to accomplish the kind of political resilience and international pressure to achieve justice, but I know what involved because I've been there at ground zero at least 3 times.
Thank you.
And I will say, just by Mr. Fine, my partner Bruce Fine, this is seldom if ever the case that he's being modest. He has participated in the drafting of over 30 constitutions for 30 different nations. Together, we filed a TVPA, Torture Victim Protection Act case to avenge the murder of Igbos in Biafra. We have worked with the Igbo leadership to the extent it can be identified at any given moment in Nigeria. That's a problem. We have also filed ICC, International Court of Criminal Justice in The Hague, complaints against Buhari, against Nigerian generals. We filed one against, to avenge the death of Jamal Khashoggi, against Mohammed bin Salman, probably the most dangerous man in the world. So I'm not going to hear crow to you about how brave we are, but we don't. Remember the story about the bulldog? So we filed in front of the International Criminal Court. We know our way around there. As I said, the security guy knows us. So we've been blessed to have these opportunities, and we're hopeful to bring this experience and our depth of experience and how we do things. It's a 24-hour day deal for us, and we're honored to represent the people of Ambazonia. And we do have experience in doing this.
All right, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the sake of time, I will appreciate if you can ask a question and not make a comment, and you have a maximum of 1 minute to ask your question, please. I will start from the senior barrister right here, Barrister John, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a very beautiful presentation from my colleagues. My name is Barrister Fru. I have one question to ask, or two, and let me say two. The first one is, do you foresee jurisdictional problems when you filed in the ICC? The reason why I ask is because the Rome Accord, Cameroon signed the Rome Accord, but they never ratified it. I think France signed and ratified. Now, you're bringing in beer and Macron. The question is, as it concerns beer, do you foresee jurisdictional problems in that court? And number two, my colleague here presented very succinctly the federal constitution, the so-called federal constitution. Did you know that that constitution was never presented to the Southern Cameroon Parliament or the West Cameroon Parliament for ratification before it became a constitution? Do you know that it was a constitution of La République de Cameroon that was transformed by decree by Mr. Ahijo and imposed on Ambazonia? Have you taken a look of Resolution 1608 of 21st April 1961 that the United Nations voted, and France did not vote that resolution? La République de Cameroon did not vote that resolution. The rest of French Africa, except Mali, did not vote. In that resolution, independence was given to the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Now, if you read that resolution in its paragraph 5, you will come to understand that the paragraph 5 said, when the two trust territories get together, they will have to enter into an agreement regarding the policies that will be applied. In other words, a treaty implied. That never took place. Have you taken a look at that and see how it will impact your case? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think I can answer this. And we looked at 47 also. You guys can keep, why don't you go ahead? I think you can hear.
No, you have a long one. Let me just answer
For the
the
video.
first question.
For the video.
Oh, for the video.
Yeah.
Let me just, before I pass this on the details of the resolution, which unfortunately, resolutions are often honored in the breach rather than the observance. I know in Kashmir, the United Nations voted for a plebiscite in Kashmir, and India said, well, that's sorry, we got the arms and you don't, and now we're 70 years later, it still haven't had anything. But putting that aside, I think our theory would be, as a conspiracy, France being a signatory to the International Criminal Court, there's a conspiracy between Macron and Biya and the French military and the Cameroonian military that would expose all of the participants to the International Criminal Court because one of the participants is a signatory. Secondly, there's an alternate vehicle to have established jurisdiction that's having a referral from the United Nations Security Council, which has happened on a couple of other occasions. So we know they'll make whatever arguments they can, but I don't think that's going to stop us from filing anything. But why don't you go ahead and, Bruce, now elaborate on the Constitution?
Well, also our filing against MBS, they're not signatories either, Saudi Arabia. So there have been examples where the ICC has found jurisdiction based upon the horrendous behavior. Gaddafi, as I recall, Libya was not a signatory.
And I just add that right now, the United States is being subject to examination in Afghanistan, although we never signed the International Criminal Court whatsoever. In fact, we threatened to go after the prosecutor for actually examining our war crimes in Afghanistan.
So there is a jurisdictional concern, but it's one that we've addressed in previous filings, and the investigation continued forward. Yes, we have looked at the Constitution. I brought up Section 47, which is a little known part, which said how you amend the Constitution. Part of my narrative of the imposition, the coup d'etat. Yes, it's 1608 and Resolution 1534. Both of those provide a basis, we believe, for bringing claims in the International Court of Justice, not just the criminal court.
Okay.
Two nations conflict, written agreement, treaty. I believe that it's not a hard row to hoe to say, look, the Fumban Accord was a treaty. 2 nations, they had an accord, they're gonna come together. The Constitution that was born of that is also in the nature of a treaty. It's an agreement. So yes, we've looked at that, and we've looked at what the UN decided, which provides background and substance to those agreements. So I think it gets us in jurisdictionally into the International Court, which is different from the International Criminal Court. It's an actual trial procedure. So, but those are very, very good questions. You always have to think about your jurisdiction. We ran into some jurisdictional difficulties with the TVPA that everyone does, and right now we're currently working with other groups to amend the TVPA, to amend legislation, to get back to what Congress intended. For those of you who don't know, it's the Torture Victims Protection Act. Congress decided in the early 80s that people that were killed or tortured under the color of another nation's laws could come to the United States and sue for damages, for redress of their grievances. Unfortunately, the courts have looked at that and said, well, I know what it says, but that doesn't mean you can come here and sue. We don't have jurisdiction over you. So we're going back to Congress, making Congress do what we don't think they have to do, but the courts are forcing us to make them do, which is to say, and all such claims can be brought in the U.S. district courts in any district in the United States. If we're successful in that, and we're hopeful to be, this is for, once again, for other groups, but the people of Ambazonia would be beneficiaries, where they could actually bring a lawsuit for damages against the people that have raised their village, murdered their children, murdered their wife, murdered their sons. Right now, we wouldn't advise filing a TVPA claim because it's just, the courts are just not hospitable to them. But that tide will turn because we have a pretty bad guy on the other side. Did I mention him yet?
Yeah, and we've got.
Saudi Arabia is the bad guy that we're pushing against.
And we can piggyback a lot on Saudi Arabia.
On Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
All right. I'll come to you. Let me get to the second attorney here, Barrister Ambe, please.
Thank you, sir. My senior colleagues, my question is kind of a little long but very direct. Have you, in your practice, all along, seen a situation where 2 countries came together to form a union, and the union ended up being a federation instead of a confederation?
The union ended up being.
Have you seen a situation where 2 countries came together to form a new union, 2 independent countries came together to form a new union, and what came out of that new union was a federation instead of a confederation?
Well, I think that happened with, briefly with Syria and UAR.
Well, Nasser kept trying to make and unmake various and sundry arrangements. They never really had anything more than paper to back them. They never really moved forward substantively. I think the clearest example that relates to Ambazonia concerned where the decolonization, if you will, of Malaysia. Singapore initially voted to become part of Malaysia. Didn't work out because the Singaporeans were largely Chinese ethnics, and Malaysia, they were overwhelmed by the Malaysians. And so Singapore pulled out and restored its independence in 1965. And that's a similar kind of situation that we confront here. Now you're asking, well, have 2 countries come together and voted to merge and then establish a federation where they were previously independent?
Instead of a confederation, instead of
Oh, instead of a confederation, they became a single country. Like that?
No.
Okay.
I think the question is it possible for 2 independent countries to come together and the outcome is not a confederation, but instead a federation?
Bruce, yeah, I mean, historically, the Turks and Caicos in America,
Yeah.
Texas was an independent nation. Texas became a state.
We had 13
Key West.
separate colonies were separate states, and they became a federation under the United States Constitution in 1787.
Key West was a country for a brief period of time.
But they were all sovereign before the Constitution.
And then they finally quit drinking for a while. And they became part of the United States. And then they started drinking again, now they want to leave. But yeah, it is possible. It is possible. Like I said, the Turks and Caicos, you see that possibly happening. Many would have it that Nigeria began with the three. There were three separate nations in Nigeria, and that was the intent. And that lasted for a little while until Ronsi overthrew the government. But Nigeria was born of the idea of three separate nations based upon ethnicity and tribes. And that was what Nigeria was supposed to be, was three separate nations coming together to form one nation, or to form a federation. And it worked for a little while, but Nigeria did what Nigeria does, and the military took over.
In the United States, we permit, whenever they want, Puerto Rico to vote on independence, as opposed to becoming a nation. They've always voted, for whatever reasons, to stay in the Commonwealth status. But the votes are free and open. They campaign on that score, which is the way in which self-determination should be operated.
Correct.
But Stambe, did you have a particular reason for asking the question?
Yes. And thank you, for letting me know. The essence why I asked the question is, it is my understanding that two independent countries coming together, had they formed a confederation, which is what the Soviet Union was, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic was, then we wouldn't have been in the position we find ourselves today when it comes to when we want to leave. The excuse that is being used by French Cameroon today and calling us part of their country is because of this twisted federation that my senior colleague here, Barrister Fru, explained to us about the constitution that they used in 1961, which was something that was imposed on us. Had we gone to sit down and form the agreement that was mandated by 1608, then the result of that agreement would have been a confederation. And that never happened. That's why he was, practically my question was a follow-up to his, to make sure that as we move forward, we have that at the front of our head, that confederation never actually happened, and it was for a reason.
All right.
No, that followed into my narrative. I didn't want to get too much into the weeds. Yeah, 1608 was disregarded, and once again, the House of Sand. I would caution, however, that if it were a confederation and you have one side with all the guns and the visceral ability to kill people for no reason, it doesn't matter what you call yourself, they're going to keep you if they need you, especially if you're 60% of the GDP. So I don't know that the use of the word confederation as opposed to federation would have been a magic bullet, but I get your point, and I think that can be added to the litanies of why this is all just illegitimate. It's just all a house built on sand. None of it makes any sense. None of it's real. None of it's defensible. Legally, morally, ethically, ethnically.
Okay, so what else?
But you never own them, me, I don't own, right? But you guys should never own 10 days.
His Excellency, this is Amber TV, and we want to interview you and the country coordinator, Madam Benedicta. What do you think about the just ended press conference?
This is a wonderful press conference. We have exposed our problem beyond Gabu, beyond Babanki, beyond Ikata, and all the places, all the atrocities that have been committed. But above all these things, today is
Excuse me?
It's a memorial day.
Just step back, step back. Let me finish with him, then I interview you guys.
I'm going to say today is a memorable day because we have this law firm that has experienced litigating against leaders and those who are breaking human rights around the world. Leaders that we know, tyrants and dictators, they have the experience of having taken some of them to the International Court, Criminal Court, and taking cases to the International Court of Justice. These are two different courts. The most important thing I want to tell you is that from this day forward, Colombia will hear from us. And all those who are helping him to perpetrate these crimes, we are going to come against them. We are going to come after them. That is the result of the Ambazonia coalition team, and that's the result of your interim government. So we are returning this term. It's a joint effort by all our organizations to make sure that with your support, these people don't go scot-free. They should be held to account for all their crimes and their atrocity crimes that they are committing today. All those who kill those babies and burn them in Gabo should be held to account, should be stopped by the law. Now, this is not giving up on any of the efforts we are making. We are pursuing rigorously our self-defense efforts on the ground. We are also pursuing rigorously our diplomatic efforts. We are going to continue to build on the relationships that were built up to today to help us arrive at our destination Boya sooner than later. But to quickly stop these atrocity crimes and hold these people to book, we all bring them to book. We have to engage and do so now, the legal route. And today is just the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We would like to hear from the law firm that will be representing the people of Ambazonia. This is ABC TV, the Ambazonian TV. We would like to know from you guys, what do you have to bring for the people of Ambazonia? Thank you.
The main thing we have to bring is hope and confidence that if they hang together in our persistence, ultimately they'll be rewarded with independence. We've been down this route with many other comparable situations, and as long as there's not a division, that you don't let Mr. Biya do divide and conquer, we will succeed. And that hope is indispensable because, as we've spoken earlier, this is a marathon, not a sprint. But do not lose confidence. It can and will be done. Mr. Biya should tremble when he should recognize that God is just and his justice will not slumber forever.
Thank you.
And the cause is just, and this is right, and it's something that needs to be done, and the world needs to know. The people of Ambazonia do need to have hope. It will get done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll go to the coordinator of, and after the coordinator, we want Secretary Chris to get ready. Ms. Benedicta, what do you have to say?
Well, I'm here as a servant of the people of Ambazonia. I'm here to say that we are here to reaffirm our determination to acquire the independence, to restore the independence that we are due it. I'm here to call on every Ambazonian to look back and see how much damage we have incurred from this war. And nobody is to stay back. Everyone should come on board. Work. We need your finances. We need your intelligence. We just need all that it takes. No one is left behind. La Republique does not check your name before they execute or before they maim you or they kill you. So those that are still left behind, you're welcome on board. And the new energy that the firm is going to bring in this struggle, I believe in it, and we hope, God willing, it's going to go faster than later. So thank you very much. All ladies,
Secretary Chris, please. Yes. Yeah, so thank you, Secretary Chris. You flew all the way from Texas to Washington, D.C. That means that this is very important. So what do you have to say earlier about?
I would say this was a groundbreaking event here, ladies and gentlemen, from Washington, D.C. We added the third and the last part of this struggle, the last arm of this struggle front today, right here from this National Press Center in Washington, D.C. We have the arms part of this struggle, then we have the diplomacy. Now we added the legal part of it. And so that is a groundbreaking development from Washington, D.C. La République du Cameroon, whole year is going to hear from us, and it isn't looking good for them. So that's all I can say, and I shall be talking more about this in the days ahead. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Chris. We're going to go to the chairman of FACO right here. Mr. Chairman, do you have anything to say to the people of Ambazonia, please?
Actually, came here for a purpose, and that purpose, when we came to the end of that purpose, and we just want to give everybody back home the courage that we are not sleeping here like that, and we think we are taking the right step on this road. God bless you all home, and wish to meet you some other time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambazonians. We'll keep you all updated. God bless you all. We love you. Against leave.
I don't know if you call me.
Leave. Okay.
Thank you so much, my dear, for the job we do about this struggle. You know, it's very, very important. They say those who fight, you don't see them. All right, you don't see them. I remember on the 30th of December, we had a meeting somewhere, and you said something, and I believe in that. You said, if Akwanga, Beniza, and Ayabacho has raised up and holds a circle like this, you know, we'll go like a jet. But because they're holding the hand, we're going slow. And because of that failure, what happened. But we can avoid it now. We can avoid such things now if we work together. All right? I'm happy to hear you speak the way that's it, Darren. And she will hear it.
Yeah, no, she will hear it. I was looking for you to interview you.
Oh, you were looking for me?
Yes, for ABC. Are you still there?
The garage after the.
How they hold it?
Just maybe you were still like.
Maybe.
No, arrow back.
Oh.
Start a new career as a Linux system administrator with an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge, which will make students more competitive. Over 80% of our students have no prior IT background, yet vast majority of alumni land jobs in 3 to 6 months after they start applying. Our ultimate goal is to reach 100% student employment, so we work with every student until he or she gets a job. Upon successful completion of the course, we will provide resume building, interview preparation, and job placement assistance. With the Linux course, you get more than 300 hours of in-depth training, and you get to learn from experienced instructors. By the end of the program, our students can be Red Hat certified if they choose. Our alumni work in companies, both government and private companies in the USA, Canada, and even Europe. Want to learn more about the program? You can contact us at info@dynamicdmv.com, or you can call us at 240-604-9505, or you can call us at 240-423-7865. And you can also visit us at www.dynamictechdmv.com. If you are interested in online classes, please register on our website. That's once again www.dynamictechdmv.com. Start a new career as a Linux system administrator with an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge, which will make students more competitive. Over 80%.
Good evening, country people. I bring una plenty salute. And I want to welcome una for this was special edition for Amber Focus today. As una see, today we will talk about Ambazonia, the heavily crumpled La Republique and the agents of La Republique. But before we go for that topic, I want Quad Bibi Cafe and salute for my mommy them and my papa them for Ground Zero. Yes. My brother them and my sister them. We send Bibi salute for all for Ground Zero. And one more I know say we dey in one spirit, we dey in high spirits. More and also we dey together for this battle, and we go fight them until victory come. Yes. Country people them, when I know say every Friday evening, that special time we get rendezvous for Amber Focus. Yes. And for Amber Focus, plenty to read always be. We discuss a lot of things then for this revolution as they evolve. As usual, we'd always get guests them, and I know what to say guests because the person will do me and the one where they do me where they come, no be guests them for this show. Now owners them for this show for Amber Focus. Countryman, I salute you. I send salute for California. Come on, you and how you do?
Well, I throw a salute Clovis. I did fine for Los Angeles for year. And I want to throw a salute for all mommy and papa them for Ground Zero. Everybody where I be concerned with the trouble they suffer where we for Ambazonia we dey get them. So I want just assure all Ambazonia people say we know say something where they find it not they come easily. So we must suffer small with sweat before we get where to be correct for we. So I want to give plenty thank you for all people, for Ground Zero, be the restoration forces, our own people, and for every Ambazonia where they for home in the diaspora, even for refugee camp where it wants ensure say we go get with total freedom. So we will talk today. and we will talk or explain the reason why we must continue and how we will crumble La Republique. Thank you plenty.
Well, my country people then, as I thought we get plenty things to discuss. Prince Jake, our brother, go to join we. Comrade Larry to go to join we. So this evening, a long evening, we will discuss a lot of things then. Something the way don't pass me, country people. And anytime I think I ask myself a lot of questions. Why it be say La Republique they overfear the ideology and the implementation where Ambazonia they bring them in for create an interim government? You know, say even more reason and for normal sense. If you be say you get enemy, your enemy they do something where you know they hurt you, and you know get you time for that thing. You know go even worry for saying you even put your eye for that thing, because at the end of the day it not concern you, and even the thing you do it, you know they get you know they add nothing to your life, you know they take nothing to your life. But we know say once you get to enemy where they do something where it hurt you, it affect you, you go do everything possible for counteract. Yes. And the ideology why they say when La Republique they try for bring them in for fight
the Ambazonia interim government. And for me, and my own personal opinion, it be sad for say plenty people they never understand the power for why we get an interim government. Before I hand over the microphone for my guest where they may answer one or two questions, I want to understand something. We agree say and we know say Ambazonia is a separate nation. We not forget say we don't get prime minister. We don't get our own government. Before we go be with the Republic. Ambazonia, we don't get your own government. Now, for people where they just say we'll be new nation, we'll be Ambazonia, we'll recognize ourselves like a nation. I want me to tell me which country they for this one, which nation they for do and not get government. I want me to tell me people where they wake up they say the idea for government about thing are this and this. I don't understand on which I don't understand on what base they define that. They do. I mean, say it, for me personally, it depends. They don't get a real image of Ambazonia. You know, they get a poor image for Ambazonia because a country don't exist. And when you go for restore back independence, when if you don't get a government, then you can't say it been a bad thing for that country to get the government. I don't know. But my brother come with UN. Where you for here today, bro? We will discuss this matter. We know say a government legitimizes a nation, but we don't hear a lot of talk, and I want to clear up what country people their mind. We will discuss this thing, and we will bring some light on this thing so that our people they go understand. And of course, when I not forget, we go open line for call. Come on, UN. How you see this matter for government inside Ambazonia?
Well, thank you plenty. The question for government. Nature will go for talk very well. Me, all mommy and papa, then they know. You don't talk for this. Some people they deny say they don't want government. So one say the worst thing be don't happen for revolution. I say they begin a government, they form a government. Me, I want to tell all Ambazonia people, say me they know say any person where it did talk say how we will put a government, we get a government, it not be fine and it not be correct. Now only two directions that person they come from. The first direction, now person where you want one Cameroon. Because when we get a government, if fear say that government will compete with government for Cameroon. And then the next person where it will talk against a government, now person where if feel say if you get for more be inside a government where they form. But the question now you will ask and I say wait. Government now something where it like relay. All man know they enter inside government for one day. Different people that they enter different day, they come out, they enter different day, they come out. People will come and join the government and go and leave. So now I want to open my mouth. You will give me like 5 minutes. I want to talk for this topic about the reason why Ambazonia get a government. The reason why Ambazonia get a government now say waiting. Me, I first talk Ambazonia people they know. Say we don't govern ourselves. From 1953, go read up to 1959 to 1961. So we be a government. We make the first democratic elections for inside Africa, where opposition it take power, where they not fight war. Therefore, when we be join La Republique, it means I say La Republique it use sense, it corner it lost all kingdom, where we be get them. It be like a government for papa where it there for village. Government mean I say na your back. When you are traveling, your back say you want to go tap your mimbo. Inside that bag you get your poster, your money there for inside. Inside that bag you get your identity card there inside. And maybe you get marriage certificate for inside. If some person thief that bag for you, you go talk for policeman say that bag na my back. Where the person it thief. Policeman will tell you say show proof say that bag na your back. Papa for village you know go write name for your back. But he will tell policeman say this bag na my back because look at inside my identity card there inside that bag. Picture for my picking the day inside that bag. My marriage certificate is there inside that bag. And when policeman look inside that bag, he will talk say yes, this bag belong to this papa. When we join La Republique, we join La Republique as an independent nation. Or if some person want argue, independence, na time where you get independence. It been a day where they born any speaking. Any people where they born in that day, they write your name, they make your birth certificate. They born La Republic first on the 1st of January 1960. Now that day you get the independence, where it show you boundaries, it show you own name, it show you flag, it show you national anthem, it show you all kind of things. Will not be big part of them by then. Okay, now we too we come up, we get our own things. Where we be with our own independent. We go join La Republic, say we should make some small federation for two people. Where even you been a twins, the other my name na Peter, the other my name na Paul. But that one never should say they get for mix one. La Republic take we now, you can't go join we. So when I get for understand, say La Republic take we now, it go the TV. We wake up for up, we talk say no, even like the thing we can't join La Republic for. We decide now say we'll get for restore our statehood. For restore our statehood means say we restore ourselves like a people. We will restore with land, we restore with culture, we restore with government, all with institutions the way we be get them. That is the reason why we don't tell La Republic say, me a come for with territory, it go back for a boundary, where according to Article 4B for United Nations, when a boundary where La Republic if we get them, we get the independence, will not be big part of it. Now the reason why we tell La Republic say this so, when you come up for northern zone, you want to enter for South for Bafusam, you pass custom duty for Matazem. You still pass custom duty for Modica, for Tico side. Now for explain for La Republic, say we be two different countries. When you don't enter for Douala, you come out Douala, you want to go enter your own, you know we see custom them again. Custom they be in at the frontier them. So all man where it talk say, may we know you need to forget the government. It means that the person it get two things that as I don't talk two characteristics. Now people where they want Cameroon, and now people the way either they talk say maybe now because they be not from government, they not be for inside. Me I explain something. I be so sorry say I see even some lawyers them for back home. Even some people them they talk say we will solve this matter. And they explain say no, we will use resolution 1608. You know if you go use resolution 1608 with La Republic, where you go as a group, where you see some people them, where they all will come now, like Ayub Tabi, for example, if we can't declare independence, if form a government, it will get it will adopt a flag where we don't get them, we colors and a blue and white, and we national anthem a day. Now either we call the other day for Kundingi, it talks it so it call the government we will reform them, say now a group. Even the white go make a for Kundingi, he can't talk now say a group. Now for bring on for tell on say La Republic talk say if you want discourse with we, may we keep aside with identity ship. May we close them when a blue and white for down. May we keep with flag for down. May we keep with national anthem for down. And may we keep with self as a government for outside. Therefore, it means say if we become like a group, like how the other groups that it be, it would be like say we would be a group like UPC, where we be a pressure group. We would be like a group like a CPDM, when a party, when a group, will be a group like SDF. So if any person it be as a group, like how you the talk say, we will form different in the way we will drop down the name of a government. Like how we at Milan the talk say be against the government, me the creation of the government, me will make that a group. Like how we by the talk say this, so if you don't deny the government, we will be as a group. It therefore means say. For example, EDC believe now inside West Cameroon, and therefore for Milandam, EDC believe for federation, and for Ayuk Tabe, they believe for a special status. So when we want to be a group inside a country, when I get problem, we want to agitate, say government, they may want to suffer, say when I not get good roads, when I not get good hospital, when I not get other kind of them. That group now, it will must discuss with the government before the government will solve the matter. And that government will solve a matter like how La Republic will bring special status, it will bring the House of Chiefs, it will translate Ohada or law or put English and French, it will make common law section for Enam, it will do all that kind of thing. That is it. As opposed to the fact that if we get a government, it means that we get with flag, we get with anthem, we get with emblems where they be, we. So that if we get a problem with La Republic enough mediate with problem. It be saying that two independent countries they get problem, and a third party must come in where it will be like a referee, where it will be like United Nations, it will be like African Union, it will be like the Swiss talks them where they can't go for B, it go for D. Now why that way are they tell people the same? When you wanna be an independent country, wanna get a government, and your government will be represented for outside to on a flag, to on an emblem, to on a national anthem, to a person, maybe a political leader, a politician, or a president, or a minister. Now, why that way come to it go for Canada? It always talk say if you talk with Anglophones in quotes, if you talk Anglophone with anything. But now, Camto is a politician. He represents La Republique. He denied for talk with Anglophones in quote because the Anglophone and they carry the Ambazonian emblem where they wear blue and white clothes them, where they carry flag, where they carry flag, they carry more flags in the way they write and where it being a blue and white. Therefore, if he receive we talk with these colors and for we skin, it means I say it don't recognize it. So we be separate people. We be people who get with flag, with anthem, we be independent from them. That is why come to go can't talk say me will first move all those things for outside. Now why that way Pobia people they talk say me Pobia must solve this problem. You know go for war. You know if they never solve this thing and we war. Now only dialogue. But Pobia be ready for dialogue with Ambazonia. I mean with Anglophones. Pobia be ready for dialogue with Anglophones immediately. The reason why he want dialogue now with Anglophone now because it will take, let's say, now a population inside your country. But for no one dialogue with Southern Cameroons, you know one dialogue with Ambazonia because that one already shows a different people. So now why that way they don't the corner for back? We see with people that like we buy them, like Milan, they were Ayuk now they talk say no, the formation of a government it will be a wrong idea. It will be a wrong idea. So they want to bring we now to the level of
a.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Papa, hold on, my brother, hold on a minute. I like the analysis of the game. I know one will hurry, I know one will run, and I know one will you rush him. I also no one will left any stone unturned when we analyze these things. Then you will continue, but I will ask you some question because you just make mention of some key point where I want me the Ambazonian people to understand now. Honorable Wiba talk say the formation of a government was a bad idea. Milan Atta, in quote, a reported speech, I was against the creation of a government. I am part of the 1% who still believe we can negotiate some kind of federation. Now, Milan is statement that. Now, we know very well, say, Honorable Wiba don't can talk for plenty times, say, they are against the formation of a government. But Sisiko can make we know say now Honorable Wiba be the vice president of the same government. So we will not say Milan na Sisiko is strong hand man. That way Sisiko even and the Amazonian people they create the government. Milan is still na Sisiko a strong hand man. For now they can look and say the institution for the government it becomes strong and they want try for bash the idea of the government. I know look, look and say some kind of game today were no sweet. How you see them?
Well, the problem I say this thing all it be start in 2016, where we be talk say we not want francophone teachers and lawyers for with schools and with courts. Now for them they form the consortium, they come for all. They talk all those things them. Even inside Cameroon, we see for STV. Barrister Bobga, he go talk say this, so they call for federation. And if on another one say me the talk federation, they will proceed to go to the restoration of the statehood of Southern Cameroons. Abo Balatu, if we talk for television, say, we don't want to talk about federation when they deny. The day when I want to talk federation, the people will talk say, no, we are no longer there. Consortium is functional under person like Tapang Ivo and Mark Barata. Tapang Ivo don't talk and he swear say over the dead body for a mommy and papa. Enough ever agree say the divide Cameroon can't even now so. So time where Tassan Wilfred, a commode, a run, a come for Nigeria. It will be around the 9th of February, the 9th of, around the 9th of February, 2017. Tassan Wilfred, a can't talk, see, the position for consortium now, it don't come out now for federation. It go now to the restoration of the statehood of Southern Cameroon. That means independence. And plenty people are now they be see say, yes, that man he talk so fine, and he talk like chairperson for consortium. Other groups and they be offer be now where they discuss now say this so all man where they want stand now for independence, me a come in, me the form what they call and says Kakuf. So Skakuf now it be in an organization where it bring in all man where it is stand now for independence. The reason why I use the name for Skakuf, now say when Milan Atom it will be inside Skakuf. We will calculate check say it will be now for independence. After that, he did for day as a big person for Ayuktabe, but he can go give interview for television channel for South Africa. He talks say he still been a one of those people, 1%, where he believes they still make some sort of federation with La Republique. Since that day carries today, Milan never changed his position. And now why that way Milan he talks say he be against the formation of a government because he want and say me will reduce ourselves go to the level of a group. Because if we get a government, it means it will be independent country. It means any problem will be concerned between two governments, two countries. Now a third party it will come inside. Now why that you see say all of them now they want try way for run the Swiss stocks because on top the table for the Swiss stock, Southern Cameroon don't already be there with the flag, with the anthem, with the boundaries, with the own government. With the way now the other governments where now La Republique for their own side say me they come. And La Republique will come for their own side, they refrain it will be in Switzerland. The march commissioner and maybe the march officials them now America, Canada, Holland, Belgium, where they already support this talk them. So me wanna understand when you see some people like Ayapo them, you see some people like Barrister, the way they deal for La Republique, they see the Frundi them. They can't talk say they must solve this problem, and they must solve this problem. They not recognize Ambazonia colors them, their anthem, everything. It means that all them they go for federation. When you see person like Ayuta Benado who come again, he say he form a government where he create a government for a country for restore independence. If you offer deny say this will it be Ambazonia, I know if he talking French. Now he don't start on to talk French, he don't make rapprochement with Ambazonia. Where Ambazonia talks say they don't create something where they will make a country where it will be of justice under Ayuktabe where no man will find a way. I mean under Kamto, no man will find a way again for run. Now why that way Ayuktabe and the own group them people where they call themselves they be group them, they be endorse La Republique national dialogue. The problem of in quote Anglophone is not a national problem that has to be solved by La Republique. La Republique, no lawyer there for inside Cameroon can reach today, even Ayapo and whosoever. If you go talk say they go solve a problem with La Republique, where with La Republique, it talks say it will go use resolution 1608. Resolution 1608 now an international agreement, international treaty where it define we status, we like Southern Cameroon as an independent country. You know, if you talk say you will go talk with La Republique, then you will bring that resolution 1608 put up for table. No, La Republique no fit accept that resolution, so me come for table. So Nigeria they tell people where they talk, they say be diplomats and lawyers, and they give for understand say me they don't talk say oh we must make dialogue, we'll go talk for we should not for that we must talk. We'll talk with La Republique, we'll tell them say they violate 1961 because this is resolution 1608. You cannot take resolution 1608 begin present about La Republique. Now, why La Republique don't use these people, them, it want force them to say, me they accept, me they deny, say there's no government, me they accept a status, say they be in our groups, say they want form something where they call us a revolutionary council, be made or different groups them. So at that level, it will be a group, different groups them within a country. That is it.
That talk with
yes, sir.
It make a lot of sense. One thing I want to add on to that, what people then get for understand and say, government legitimize a country, just as you talk. You talk about, I want to talk about this, you talk about the emblems of a nation, right? You talk about the emblems of a nation. So I want to more expatiate on that, because what people get for understand the necessity why it be so important for we Ambazonians to stand behind our institution and this interim government. Because now the thing where La Republic the fear at most. Now the thing where La Republic the fear at most. Okay, we don't cancel La Republic talk about their national dialogue. You see, La Republic didn't matter, don't pass La Republic. La Republic no say Ambazonia the crumple ye in all dimensions and in all ways. Matter something. One of the greatest regrets for La Republic now say why they no be solved the matter. Then we be still in an Anglophone crisis. Now, one of their greatest regrets that now that they should also that the crisis where you know say someone talk say last talk for person always been if I be no. Yes, that statement say if I be no. Now regretting statement. Now so La Republic for that stage will eat the crisis. Oh, if I be no. Probably Atanganji them, all the rest them. That the crisis if we be no. You know, they underestimate we and they be underestimate our will and our resolveness for get what we want. And when the idea of interim government be surface, and then they see how Sisiko and the rest, how they will be very eloquent. They will see the determination. Even France, their master be shake. They fear, they say, you already don't create an interim government. It will make them gain a lot of international recognition. So they begin to do something for kill that spirit. Hoping say, when they do something, it will create fear amongst the Ambazonians, and nobody no go and step up again for the ideology for interim government. You see, because they know say the power of a government. That's why you know if you just succumb, you know if you just kill them. Now, La Republic can bring the idea of national dialogue. You know what we did their hope? They be the hope say the interim government, Dr. Sako and the cabinet there for Ambazonia, they go buy the ideology and then they go succumb. Now, why don't they give Dr. Sako an official invitation? They be give plenty people an official invitation for that national dialogue. But because we're interim government and this cabinet be so smart, may I tell you something? If a country, when you talk about national and international, now two words will get two separate meanings. When you talk about national, you talk about something will be bounded within a territory. But if you talk about international, you recognize boundaries. You see, so now La Republic will use the terminology national dialogue. It be then a game where they be trying to play. They will hope say if this cabinet for this Ambazonia interim government, it been people where they been a longer through them, where they be easily moved by words. They go fall in for that trap for national dialogue. Then they go use that advantage now for talk say, you see, they are just boasting, say they be nation, they no be nation, they still then a part of we. Now, whether we say La Republic be bribe a lot of people, he bribe even some activists they want to know. He give them a lot of money for say may they accept say they want to go take part for that national dialogue. Why? I'm gonna ask you a question, Ambazonia. Who will ask the correct question? Something that will get for understand. If you want to take part for something where they can say national dialogue, and then you claim say you be different country, okay? How you go expect say France, and America, now two different countries. United States of America, France. Okay, two different countries. Imagine saying America go to organize a national dialogue, then France go there for go take part as a subordinate inside that nation. It means if France be directly or indirectly under the control or under that nation for America. You see, so we will see the stupidity and the evil minds of some activists them and some people them where they be trying to deceive we Ambazonians and say, we will go back for La Republic, we will attend the national dialogue. Indirectly, if for the show for the international community say, we don't cancel our personality, our image. We will not be a nation. But when La Republic play that game and will not succumb for it, of course, we don't know what will happen. All the La Republic agents they would be good. And even some stupid activists them, when I permit me to use that word because now stupidity for say you will come, they talk first Ambazonian people, they may go attend La République in national dialogue. And so that you know, will get some of those people, they never even say they will do wrong. For even can confess, they still want force Ambazonia, may Ambazonia they obey their own ideology. When I see the manipulation of the revolution, Ambazonia. When I see the manipulation, more come back for what we talk, come with UN. More talk about the emblems of a nation. Break with that matter.
Yeah, before I go ahead, may I explain something? I want to tell all mommy and papa them where they did for Ambazonia. Say fish, it is run inside water. All animals, the way they destroy inside water, they like water. If you move and keep it for outside, it not go survive. But it not like water when water they bubble. Because when water don't start the bubble, it will kill you. I don't want to bring this story soon because a lot of people, when we try to explain this thing them, they talk and say sometimes we make na jealousy or we talk something them. There is a being say waiting. People be captivated by words. When I explain this thing for you, anybody tell me say, oh, wait till you talk. Ayukta be not talk say he will die now only for independence. Now only independence. Only Ambazonia. We say only Ambazonia. The man say only Ambazonia. That's the word and now they talk. If you go for Pobia Facebook page or you go for a Twitter page, you will see something for them. Why we with the talk say now only Ambazonia, international community the talk say now only dialogue. And when you go for Pobia Facebook page, it talk say the only thing na dialogue. Say it be open for dialogue. It be open for dialogue. So Pobia they use dialogue now a cover for bribe itself for international community. It use dialogue for bribe itself for international community. We only does them too. They use that word Ambazonia. Now say me gonna sympathize with them, and where either in one way or the other, consciously or not, they not stand for Ambazonia. So I put this thing for you because tomorrow somehow can't talk say, oh, wait till you talk say this, you talk say Ayukta be a biso where the talk later them. Me I ask you some question. Why it be say any little time where inter government score some victory, or where inter government it catch Ayukta be, like how we it catch for that letter where Tassan write them. The next day I say you will see Ayukta be, it will go give interview for Messager when a French newspaper. And where we say we be deny say we not want French people, and where we say we deny say we not want French lawyers, Ayukta be go take francophone lawyer. The other time where they be still go catch them inside their trap when their number they drop, what it happen? They go now they make alliance with the Basque people. You want hear Ayukta be now go to give interview for Jeune Afrique Economy. He go to give interview for TV5 and all those one in a French newspaper where it means say Ayukta is speaking to the francophones, not to the Anglophones in quote. Why if he say Ayukta no go grant interview for the Post newspaper, for a paper for English? Me, I tell you, I prove on something. President for France, you name now Emmanuel Macron. If Emmanuel Macron go for Nigeria, when a English country, he want make official speech, he will make that speech now for English. And they would translate them. I mean for French, and they would translate them for English. American president, American English country. If president for China or Russia, it come for here. Even president for different country, even Iran, it come for America. Even in your English, go read for A to Z. It will talk now for Islamic language. It will talk now for Chinese language. It will talk now for Russian language. They translate them. When you hear Ayukta, if you go talk, say, you know, if you talk the French time with the cash, he say, if you Ambazonia, you know, go talk French. You know, talk French because you don't deny French because French will be part of the language, the problem where we start this revolution. It denies, you know, go talk French. When you don't go make rapprochement with the camp to, you don't start to talk French now. And all you things, all you can't back them. Say any little thing where you want to see and where you want to come up for the the next thing I say, the promoter na for French newspaper. I dey talk French newspaper for French thing and I forget the sympathy and the emblem for francophones. Now, why are you here today? When francophone they will come for all, they say we get for change this country, we must change this country. Bia must go. They tell us what it is. Bia must go. Come to a new president. Come to a new president. Then the next president will use some for them and say na Ayuk Tabe. We problem, it not be being a language problem now. So we probably not be being a pobia resource like how you remember go the talks for Russia. Say me the free for Switzerland. You remember pobia it now. We problem now say me la Republic come up for with territory because they occupy we because now them they can't colonize we and now we be identity people. What you identify with now with identity. Now your own name, now your own clothes the way you wear them, you put your own color them. If you get two picking them, any picking get your name, any picking get your clothes where you wear them. Therefore, we anthem, we flag, blue and white, we emblems them. Now those things the way La Republic it never come say we will make discussion because we still hold those things strong. So now why that already work for corner back you just talk say me the form now groups them. We body talk say this so the formation of a government it be so because they want to reduce and say Mugu talk say we will not get a government now. Well, we will not get a government in the form say we will not still be a nation. And now you will talk say that problem will be an internal matter we should not for down for solve and with La Republic Cameroon. Now why that way America international community they never call we say we be terrorism because they know say we will declare we serve. Say we'll be different people with different anthem, we colors them, we band the way international community you know, and therefore we're not being a terrorist. They know say now a problem between two people, two countries, and why that we need a foreign mediation. If any person, if he can't lie, you tell say, no, we talk with Pobia, we will use resolution 1608, it will get independence. That one a lie. Resolution 1608 now a document where it talk now the international status of the British Southern Cameroons and where it be be arbitrated only by an international organization or a different country where we come in as a mediator. But if we put down those things, those instruments, and where it identify us as a people and whatsoever, what will happen? I say we will be like a pressure group, like a UPC, we be like a pressure group, we'll be like SDF, we'll be like different things. Now, what will happen? I say they will talk to me when I solve the problem. It will be in internal matter. Now, why that the United Nations representative Francois Fall, if the other can talk say this, so the problem now international, the now Cameroon problem now other kind things. Yes, at the talk this still level people about ballad and they don't know all that kind of thing. The way you want to talk, he can't talk say there is no genocide. There is no genocide because we run you go for La Republic. They say if genocide be there, will not be good for go for day. Ambazonia with at the tell and I say with it. Any person, be you Kadnatumi, be you Frundi, any person, whether a barrister, a law, a yapo, and whosoever, where it deny the meaning, say we get a government, it means say it don't deny we as a people, it don't deny we own boundaries them, it don't deny we own institutions them. Therefore, it means I say we know you cannot be a country without a government. No house, not the way not get head of household, where you not get other kind of emblems them. If you deny, it means say you have stigmatic your back. They move your ID card, they throw them. They move your birth certificate, they throw them. Other kind of they throw them. You reach for commissariat or any police station. Wait till you prove say that back now your back. You don't have those things for day. Thank you. We'll talk more Adam Small.
Thank you. Mulaka Imaja. Mulaka, ne. Yes. Ne about this would push and more change and more country people that understand me before they can say we don't you know say nowadays they know how more identify ourselves again with our culture. But welcome. We talk on some point before you join, and just like we enter small country talk, we also know say language now part of now also an emblem for a people. Before you join, we don't talk about why it be important for we the Ambazonian people to recognize ourselves, recognize our cultures, recognize our international boundary, recognize our interim government, and for know say it been an institution where it make the international community for get a recognition of we, and also for talk about why educate our people, may they know the advantage for this interim government, And also, why it will be a death on arrival, say the people that expect we for go take part for La Republique in national dialogue, because if you see the show say we belong to the nation of La Republique. I don't know what you get them for talk on that. Don't forget for salute your people.
I salute everybody where watching me online, and I thank the Amber Focus team. Well, sorry, sir, John, late now because of say they call me urgently for join on a not big program for today. But anything for Ambazonia, Prince Jeka Didi. Now, I want to salute all mama, papa, picking them whether they watch me online, and I want to thank Kona for be steadfast and focused. And I want God, may God bless the people that they promote this show. Now, one thing we be very clear about we and the government where we get. I don't tell una before if una don't follow the revolution since Pamolan Jolly Tumbe, our great legend, for this revolution, we don't talk say the international government how this revolution be started, they ask for 3 million signatures. 3 million signatures before they could join this revolution. Now, in that time, no group, now groups every day, government no be there. Groups, we have all these groups for diaspora. Kind group they exist, but no one of you get 3 million signature. But the Republic government, we talk that time, say the matter is an internal affair, internal matter. He said, no, there is nothing like Ambazonia problem, Southern Cameroon problem. Atangananji, Isa Chiruma, the tilapia of CRTV, all them, they be the lie. Talk kind lies. But the day where Southern Cameroon constitute itself to form an interim government, that day, they became two governments existing in one country where they be forced proclaim them out. Now, the only thing where it give the international organizations such as Swiss, one I don't hear them, they talk about mediation now. Now, because there is two governments existing in Cameroon, two. One government which is controlling the French Cameroon, and another government which is controlling the Southern Cameroon. And how did the international government discover that there is another government in Southern Cameroon? The international government discovered this through the lockdowns and the ghost towns. If a government like the one of Biya and Atanganji say they control over Southern Cameroons, if they cannot disturb our lockdown and ghost town, it tells you that there is another government that is controlling that part of the territory. Now, when international organizations realized that something was going on, La Republique had already termed us terrorists. But you know, to term somebody terrorist, you can give somebody a name. But if you cannot back up the claim you are giving to that person, it makes you a loser. They were going over all international media saying, oh, terrorist people, terrorists. And we did just one thing. We put ghost town and it was effective. We give 10 days lockdown and it was effective. Now we did not need the 3 million signatures anymore, which Pamolan just said the United Nations needed. No. Because when you give ghost town and 8 million people stay at home, it shows that 8 million people want independence. True or false, my people? So the ghost towns and the lockdown indirectly inform the international community that the people of Southern Cameroon are behind their government, not behind the group. Remember when we were for the consortium, they were calling us terrorist groups, no problem, all over, everywhere, La Republique on their social media. We went to Skakuf, international government was not still talking. Our people were dying, they were not talking. But the day Southern Cameroonian had the government. Now, let me go into the depth of this. That's why you see all the shram which Secrecy is doing in jail. The problem which you see La Republique have now is your interim government. They believe if they quench that government down, there'll be one existing government in Cameroon. That's why you see we have attack on ABC, attack over everywhere. They want to quench this government. And that's why I told you all. I said that
For the fact that Bala was released without a solution to Southern Cameroon problem, Seseku can never be released out of jail without destroying this revolution. Do you know why? Because the presence of an interim government means the rising of another nation. That is the problem now. You see what all they are doing, the burning, the killing, is because of this government. Because they have lost the grip of controlling the people. For today, for example, if the interim government of Ambazonia, not the one in Kondengi, no. The one in Kondengi is a sham. He's the one La Republic want to use to defuse the real government. You remember last time I was in my show last 2 days, the letter from Patasang, it says, don't listen to any government from Kondengi. Patasang says, only walking through the wall of Kondengi, you feel shiver like passing through a graveyard. So you don't need to listen to that government. You have one government headed by President Sako, Secretary of Communications, Secretary Chris, Director of Cabinet, Eric Ate, that's your government. Based in the United States of America, which Biya cannot arrest overnight and bring to Cameroon. That's your government. So that is where the panic is. Because if La Republic said tomorrow is normal day, and the interim government said tomorrow is ghost town, the ghost town holds. And the international government said, can you see? These people want to go. So we have one thing, to concentrate, to focus, and to respect that institution, because that is what is holding your revolution, not going. The groups in diaspora can rally to form the Ambazonia coalition team, but your government must stand. Get this. Because that is what keeps this revolution on track. Thank you.
I like
countryman, I beg Major add some small thing for the way to J. Carol talk for day. I don't hear a lot of people they talk say they know if you form government for abroad, government must be only for ground zero. I don't want to tell you, I say they suffer with ground zero, they suffer today. Now because La Republic is occupied with territory. And I want to tell people that say Germany too, it be occupy France. And that way they want to liberate France, Charles de Gaulle, it be form government abroad too, before it go liberate France. So for form government for abroad, that one it never be like saying some new thing. And the reason why nobody abroad, it go take government for ground zero. Now ground zero, they send their government for abroad. They protect them because you know if you operate any government inside Ambazonia with the military where they did. Only a common strike where they want to make common strike, so you will see people them military, they can't catch people them. Yes. So with some leaders and we earliest them, they get misconception, begin to say, oh, when I get government for abroad, it therefore mean I say if when I get independence, when I will just wake up now, I can't put the government for abroad. Now so frungy they be talk and all that kind of people them. I tell them saying that is not what is going to happen. Yes, the government still exists abroad for security reasons, because even you get anything where you protect and you go keep them, even for palo, you go keep them right inside your bedroom for play where even if man enter, you know they can't see that thing. You know can't see that thing easily. So people where they did for ground zero and where they believe for the freedom and independence for Ambazonia, they get for join interim government. Interim government it be composed of the cabinet and the 61 LGAs where they make Ambazonia, 13 counties. And if you want to collaborate, if you collaborate within the framework of the Ambazonia coalition team, where they call and say the act. Nothing and that way we get for put with people and they get for put them for their heads, they put them for their minds. Say it is as a result of insecurity where we must get a relationship. Me wanna forget that kind of thing because now I can't talk with La Republic, we could talk. Going America or Germany or China, it talks something for La Republic, say me they not do this to me, they do so fine. La Republic will come for all countries and say, oh, we be independent country, you not get right for medal for what to a concern we. But when they need money, They instead go for France and for China, go borrow. Why they not go talk say they not go borrow money for them because they be independent country. So me people and they get for understand say the interim government where it work, where it they on now. Now the highest asset where we get them, and now the only thing where it define we, it separate us. Now why that La Republic do everything possible for break them. Me I tell you now the reason why we be talk say Bala no fit rule we from prison because what Bala equally like Sisiko wey dey for prison. It be under control by the warder. Warder when I sang along. Now you decide time where a prisoner they go sleep. It decide chop where you go for chop. Your family bring chop, say they can't give you decide say me they come on go back. Then how then you go say you go sit down for they give you free hand. You begin to rule people for outside. I don't want to ask Ambazonia people say if you want come for your house, you see thief man, and you want break your door with collapse. And you want break your door with collapse. You catch it now, go lock and now inside your room. Then you still take that collapse now, you give them for you. Each don't your collapse with you. And you give telephone, you hold them. What did it happen? Maybe we still use that collapse, break them, kill a thief what you want them. It will use that telephone, he call that call your brother, say, I beg, they don't love me for you. Me wanna bring that ask can't chakra the house. Cameroon minister them, when a francophone them, when a Bulu people, when a Amadou Ali them, all of them, they be unable for hold a meeting inside Kundingi. They be unable for even talk for telephone and where they be now for one Cameroon. Then how wanna check say Cameroon government where it catch Sisiko say if you want to try for divide your country, it will go leave Sisiko with us. Say me begin to make meeting, me begin to dialogue with people for outside, me begin to communicate with people for outside. Therefore, we get for shine with eyes them. We get for shine with eyes them. Because no mommy it gets small piggy where the piggy get 15 years. Where it fear say the boy one can chakara you piggy head. Then it will catch the boy go look for inside room. Then instead carry that piggy again, go keep her inside room, say me begin me to sleep with the person. We get for learn Ambazonia, we get for be smart. We will not make a me francophone the begin call we say we be fools them any longer. Yes, when we did run for La Republic because of dictatorship, embezzlement, because of accountability and all those things, any person who in an anglophone in quote where it doesn't a be between we. It is still practice those things the way La Republic it is practice them. The kill we on people, it kill on people, it is dictate for we, it is try for centralize every kind of for we. The punish you say you give for carry 3 bags cement or 3 head pound for sand. It deny you say no if you do not you know be accountable we. It therefore means that person you not be different from La Republic. It not be different from La Republic. People like you type away, it want try for divide we because we countryman play music for day where they sing for Oshe talk, they talk say Abugo Finka Koromebo. It means say 1 hand of it tie bundle, 1 tree no they make a foreign. Now all we get for join with resources them. We be join all the ropes that we get and 10 ropes of resources. We put them for Bala inside prison, they hold and drag and we drag them for outside. Ayuk Tabe fall inside the very toilet. We carry shit to like Bobala. We don't put every ropes and say me we drag it put them for outside. He take rope, he cut them. It cut another for waiting. That for talk say we will not get that energy for bringing for outside. Therefore, it means it work now for the opposition. When are you tabbing before government? No Cameroon television be talk, France 24 no be talk, Jeune Afrique no be talk, no person no be talk. But the way talk say one divide government. Now you way they publish and for France 24, TV5, Jeune Afrique and other kind of them. When we hear say this so they catch a you for inside into a trap, we catch it inside a trap. You want realize and now French newspaper they propagate and say are you going to say he must die now only for independent. Whereas the on actions the deal will come to the deals of all La Republic where they endorse La Republic national dialogue where it don't start the talk now say this so you know when anything like government it means say you be inside trap. It dey like trap where they put and say me catch goat. When you put trap say me catch goat. It catch na rat. What it happen? I say that rat nothing make any effort. It will just die inside the trap. Yes, now so it get for B. And therefore, if you put a trap, say me it catch rats. Me you catch rat. If that trap it go catch na lion, what it will happen? The lion will carry the trap it go, or the lion will destroy the trap. Now the reason where you see say we get internal government where we maintain people where they be answerable for us. They will not put any careless person for them. It will then take we now go carry and go sell them. Like how from the sell way, like how Anyangwe they sell way and other kind of people. That is exactly what they happen. So we get avoid number 2.
Yes. Come on, you know, say when you talk Ambazonia people, the life will hear you, and me too, I life will hear you. But we'll come back for you, and I like your analysis. Now,
Mr. Nacho, I follow the show. I follow the show online. Correct some ideology. Why I don't see it online? Just 2 minutes. I don't see some people that they talk about, say, group, interim government group, and it is like other groups and for diaspora. I like to clarify that because make everybody know, including those fake profiles, where the people are young people, youths, where they follow them for back. I want to talk for Southern Cameroonian youths, them where they don't brainwash some of una. Una look bars, I compare una with bars because we all just did the same like them. That boy them for bars now young people them like una. Young people them because my young people they for back that profile the way they comment. So when I see them stand for back papa, they don't stand for back any papa. Now, may I tell una why group no favor big government? Group them for diaspora, they don't exist for 27 years. And for that 27 years, we group them for diaspora, they don't exist. They never make one day make a big ghost down. Even the 1st of October, where now the day of independence for Southern Cameroon, if it don't almost become a normal day for inside Southern Cameroon, but group them for diaspora, they be there. You youth where you come write them for Facebook, say, or for this comment, why this one they comment, say all interim government, they like other groups. Ask yourself, say, Tawe Pamolan Joli Tumbe, be asked and say they want 3 million signatures. Who side the groups and for diaspora they be there? They not be there. They be there. Ask those groups for diaspora, say, why they not be provide that 3 million signature? Because they be done the only profit for the benefits of the revolution, but they know we don't transform themselves to governments. And even when they be fit one transform themselves, they know be fit effective for ground zero. You understand? Now, the difference between the interim government and the group, now because of say, those them where they start this revolution, like Habi Telna, where they start them under collaboration, the bike riders, the truck drivers, and the teachers and lawyers, they start them for ground zero with the spirit of collaboration. Now, whether you see and say the government be there effective, but the people for diaspora where the toxic groups, they start their groups, they form two division. Division because of interest. Division because any man be one be leader, be one chop the own, be one get money for asylum. So if you don't know the power of a government, the government are that thing where all man for land they look up to. Groups, now one the way they get a particular, they divide for some particular people their interest. Now what I shall say, people like Ayabacho, no matter what Tapang do, no matter what Kapo Daniel do, you know, if you ever hear Ayabacho come on one day for online can talk say, this man get for stop this, but don't hear President Sarko can online say, not talk about this, not talk about that. Even at the talk, I know they talk in my name because that's a government. A government is there for the people and by the people, but a group is there for the interest of the group and for that group. So there are two differences. The group, first of all, if you bring ghost town and lockdown for 27 years, but the interim government organized the first lockdown. We don't hold for Ambazonia. The group, not if you start this revolution, but the interim government foundation from the consortium start this revolution. What we did it today. So don't compare those two. And if you be young man where they fool you, say their groups is a lie. The international government respect this revolution because we have a government, and that government they differentiate itself from groups. I hope so I don't learn that one. If you continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What we talk in much in line with what topic today. Ambazonia heavily, you understand, in much in line with which we discuss today. Even I say Ambazonia heavily crumpling La République and her agents. You know what it means for crumple now? For the look, Ambazonia they heavily, not just the crumple La République. We know they just crumple La République, we heavily crumple them. And not only La République and all the agents of La République. Man, make some statement. I'm gonna make them very clear. You see people where they get evil heart against the revolution. I want to wake up today, I see people they don't write all over there. They glad say Facebook don't block the page for ABC. They say Facebook don't block ABC page. They glad, the user happy. Now, Ambazonia, I'm asking us something. We need use. I want just to understand. We need to use not only Facebook for spread out the message to the people. ABC never go nowhere. When I send a particular message for all that La Republique agents, then say ABC no they go nowhere. We have come to stay, and even when we get for Ambazonia, ABC will remain a national TV in Ambazonia. Yes, more now understand. And make all these La Republique agents them in the name of activism, make them know. By the way, I want to understand something. ABC they go now, as we talk now, so ABC they live for Ground Zero on satellite. If you play a television for Ground Zero, by the way, if I open line, when I go hear people for Ground Zero, that they call me, that they watch me for television. ABC never shake. And more and more understand something like challenge for life, it help me for grow. Facebook don't challenge me, but I want to challenge Facebook. And I give Facebook a few months, we will get our own application where we're not even need Facebook again. When I say so more than not worry about these small challenges we face. All the activists where the boss, the one where they do enemy of the revolution, where they glamour tell they say we just warm up, we don't start. I mean they don't say, oh God, we go crumple them more and more. I want just make mention of that. And for now that I watch through my page, Mr. Nancho, for social media or for YouTube, when I copy the link, when I share, on a Facebook group, on a WhatsApp group, then invite someone, a friend them, make them see them. And all the people that think say they will stop the message for ABC because say Facebook, take money for them, for say me block ABC page, will stop the message and will stop this Ambazonian revolution. Ma come back for you, Prince Jeka and Comrade UN. And also when I fit talk one or two things for that, but I want to focus on something will really be strong for my heart. I want to focus on a positive message for our people. CAR and UN. One thing we agree on, I say, would you win over La République? La République did make a camouflage for us, but we know very well say La République did deeply bleed. And La République, the way La République bleed, if it bleed again for a long time, it could die. When person get a wound and it deeply bleed, in a matter of time, if you hide that wound, but in a matter of time, we will see the effect. Which one have you talk about that?
Okay, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. No, Mr. Clovis, I understand that one. I want to add some small little thing for the fact where you talk, say some people that be glad say they don't stop Facebook for ABC. And I want to make Ground Zero me understand this thing very well. Ground Zero, they will fight for free Ground Zero. Ground Zero, they war day for Ground Zero every day. A lot of problems are there for Ground Zero. Schools are not there, lock down them, and all things they're not there. We not get jobs, we not get everything. Now, which way would always be call them at first, say the Anglophone problem. At first, now so they be call them. And today, we don't talk now, say, we don't emancipate ourselves or restore ourselves. The reason why they talk this thing now because plenty of people who come for update, they can't tell you, say this, so, oh, now me, I want to liberate my people, them. My people, they over suffer. My people, they suffer. They kill my people, they suffer. I want to liberate my people, them. I fight for my people. Now me, I know the roadmap for fight for my people. Ask yourself, say, where to be the problem for my people? Problem for we people, for all Ambazonians, for Southern Cameroonians, or if you like, call yourself Anglophone. The problem are because of French occupation for we land. The problem are because Cameroon military they kill with people. We problem are because Cameroon don't carry all resources. That is it. So if any person is stand up, for example, like these federalists, like I will call the name like this party at Sanga, where either we can go in La Republic National Dialogue, you go there, no, not happen. Any worker claim say he be a leader, he want free the people. You want free the people from who? From Paul Biya, their oppression, from La Republic, the oppression, from La Republic, the killing, where they kill people. How does you stop, I mean the fact say you go stop ABC, can be glad. So if you stop ABC, it means say Pobia they no go kill your people them again, right? It means say Cameroon military no go occupy, they don't occupy your land again, right? It means say you don't free your people, you don't give life for them, right? So I don't want to make this in me Ambazonia, they know say some people they can't use the word to say I want to free you, I want to do this to you, I want to protect you. But instead it kill you now for kill them. ABC TV na way it can't show the atrocity, the genocide la Republic they do for people. Then some person will claim say he want help for free una for la Republic. For similar Republic it can go block the channel where they show for the world. How they can punish on a key people for Kabul, do other kinds of them, it can the glass in the say it does succeed. Yes. How you fit to say a person talk like move for talk for example like Ayaba. It will say you want free people because Pobia they can't kill people. That means say you want make your people me they sleep in peace, me they sleep where they not go get no problem again. Then you will go for battle, go kill the very people you want to protect. You go again, you work at the kidnap the very people you want to protect. You go the rape the very people them. You go the treating them. The Amigo, Florence, Ayafo, the rest, Akumana. You begin kill those people. So now for stay on Ambazonia say, if I talk to me, I want free you. Ask them for myself say, did my one free me for waiting? My problem with me at the soft of my belly and I say, yeah, I get hungry because La Republic will take all my chop. I know they sleep fine because La Republic will can't kill me for my house. I know they do fine, so because military for La Republic can't kill me. Then, instead for me for go to kill La Republic, I instead can't kill your sister, can't kill your mommy, can't kill your brother, go put one for prison. It therefore me say, I'm not fighting for you. If some person can't talk say he want free one from La Republic, and La Republic na who na come to La Republic na who na Bamileke people na Francophone na all, then are the people that again we in it take one brother and they sang again go sell them for come to for free for talk say they can't free one. Ayuk Tabe they make deal that we come to, they make deal that come to na La Republic. It not get no difference. Maybe na say La Republic na Ahijo, La Republic na Paul Biya, all them be the same. All Francophones and are dangerous people na snakes them. So if that's how we can't talk say come to be dangerous like Paul Biya, then Ayuk Tabe na say he can't talk say no. Come to not being a dangerous man, a very fine person. It therefore me say like Ayuk Tabe now they take on for Yahudi, they take on for different position them. Now the thing that we get for put up for we hate. So we brothers them. Say for example, people like Eri Tato, they will can't come for here. They talk say they will more kill Sako. They will kill Sako say because Sako talk say me they go match. Me Donald Trump no say a revolution day. Because Sako talk say me when I fight for one country, they make a me La Republic come out. They will kill Chris Anu because Chris Anu can't talk say La Republic they can't kill with people. Then Eri Tato talk say you target now for kill Sako, now for kill Chris Anu, now for kill country by country, now for do all that kind of thing. How that one it would then liberate you, Ambazonia, Mami and Papa from La Republic. So now let me say before Sako come, Chris Anu come, before JK come, before country by country come. I mean before Sako come with Chris Anu country by country, La Republic no be the key on a people where it mean I say. That means they kill Anana because Sako is there. So when they kill Sako, they kill Chris Anu. It means La Republic no will kill no nothing again. When they kill Sako, they kill Chris Anu, they kill Jeka, they kill country by country, they kill ABC. The next day La Republic will not carry it in a come off for land because they don't kill the people where it is. So I don't really know which way it is what way we now what that way Francophone they call we say will be Anglophones because we instead live place where one day they will live problem where it for they go define problem now for some different side. So any person where they take a war now against us, they can't kill now with people them like how they make the kill people for Kuru where they kill them for Bui, they do other kind of them. Don't say even that man sing Ambazonia every day from morning to evening. It is just there like the fox where they sing fine song, where the fox inside a long speech tell by Chosa. He can't talk for fox, he talk for Chantekle, say sing fine song for me. That man is sing fine song. He say, oh, when you're probably they sing fine song, be always the cover you hide them. Now why they enjoy the song? Now you way that cog now a cover I and I say one sing now for the way fox. It don't hold you for a neck so. A way for a neck. What it happen? It go. Thank you, me JK go.
Thank you so much. Before you take over, JK.
Thank you very much, comrade. Yeah.
I like Mama UN. And I want to enjoy the moment. I like my man, you and my man get some pineapple the way he worry. You get pineapple
I like the way they put them down for that man for village very well. Dituli, now so it will be. Now so it will be. I really enjoy where the Guido's narrative, especially for that way a PG. Well, yes. I want to tell Ambazonians and say we are winning. With the win, yeah. But when I know why would we win? Why would we win? Not because of say we be secretive. When this revolution be started, we put all for Facebook. But when I know say when the born Pekin, the Pekin it just a work at that very day. The Pekin will take time. You get to knock it back before you go cry. You get to take some hours before they go cut it. They play with the chop from Bele. After they go rapi. It go take few months before it start see. It start waka. It start talk. Na so revolution day. When we start we'll be dey ignorant. But for now, we go more wise every day. If they be tell Lele Afrique, say, he go hear that way hear and for women's day, for belief. If na that first time of don't can't talk, so we go show now, go see. Now we know the talk again. America don't want La Republique. Say they fight Vietnamese, but they don't win them. This war, Southern Cameroonian, the first thing is secrecy. The first thing is secrecy, and then make everybody transform itself to restoration force. If it take 3 months, we move La Republique out. Now, they feel this pain, they cry when only restoration forces. They act secret. We get sugarcane for them, we know they talk. We do what thing, they will not talk again. Action that they come out, she don't quiet. I'll be very happy because I don't talk for restoration forces and say the Taliban, they be killed 30,000 police force for Iraq. They not be put pictures for Facebook. Taliban, the real Taliban, they don't reach up to 500 force. But they deal now with networking. Now we don't start them. The 8 million Saudi Canadians now restoration force. If you've been a bike rider, make the bike rider restoration force. We don't need fighters for the go for bush again. We don't need them. Now why that would bleed La Republique now? We don't need them for the go for bush. Doctors now restoration forces. Truck drivers restoration forces. Buy and sell them restoration forces. Every 8 million Ambazonia has to be a restoration force and don't hurry to attack. When I see we now, we know the hurry for attack. We do calculated plan and action because we know the territory. Now we are land. Yes, now we are land. If now we didn't only about 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000 where they do the action. We try to create the networking. The networking say if you are Ambazonian by blood, you've been a nurse, you've been a teacher, you've been a lawyer, you've been a doctor. You now must go bush for be a restoration force. You can be a restoration force in your office. You can be a restoration force in the hospital. You can be a restoration force even at the mortuary as a mortuary man. You can be a restoration force even with the buy and sell and job with the do. All of you must change. Calculate your plan. Now, so with the work now. Lady Afrique don't know who put bomb for that place. Means they be but they don't know. So why we are bleeding La Republique is because of secrecy. We are all secret. Don't share your things again on Facebook. Don't care. Just plan, strategize, and hit the target. And when you want to hit it very, very, very hard. So it's not surprise. They will see more to come. More is coming. That's what I wanted to add to that.
Thank you, Carl, for that wonderful contribution. Now, country people, you know, I know one more hearing this show. We get plenty to if we talk. And I want permission or something. We will come more often in the next season. If you listen to someone, we come every day for just 30 minutes, we will come. Because we get from make now. Look, time don't reach where CAR and UN. Ambazonia, they get to feel the weight of the victory. They get to feel the enlightenment for the victory will get over La Republic. A lot of victory they will get over La Republic where I want to emphasize on in the next months them and weeks them. Me Ambazonia put the me start see the glory when they come in. See light there at the end of this tunnel. And they see the light, my country people. Well,
yeah.
So I think I think it's necessary for we to talk about.
But John.
Yes,
I beg, you know, say I be dwell the other side. So for that victory, so as J. Caro talk, it be very, very important. Say me all Ambazonia they know say they've been a meat for La Republic, and La Republic na a wild dog. So when the wild dog they come for catch meat, you know get no exception. So me some man not talk see this. So no, I know they media. When they come, they see you, provided you be Southern Cameroon and they go kill you. When I get away for arm on ourselves, self-defense now a right. And we the win. How will they win? They don't make presidential election. We not vote. The whole world is no. They don't make municipal election. We not vote. The whole world is no. Even come to Cesar talk say no, we'll go for election because if you go, they will talk say this so now only Anglophone and not be vote, they don't get independence. When I see how they talk say they still go cancel election for one side them because they know say those people they not represent us and they not represent we. They know if you can't for we places them for Lebialem so they take governor. What are deal for Lebialem? They go to install them now for a governor's office. No deal for Southern Zone. For Northern Zone, if you work for inside office freely, no person, even at Tangaji, if you work out freely, it must put military clothes for your skin. If a country it be normal, if place a day normal, and we just sitting the be for normal, why you go the work at carry army then for the work go your skin? We the win, we the improvise in them. We don't start to make all kind thing that we set up. We the win. La Republic, I mean. When we say na lockdown, ghost town, that is how we do. La Republic don't go now go kill people and for Bui and for Ndonga Matum. It all we can go fake. Go to bring some different people. When I see even Tibonagi says it all we call today they go against Atangi because like how would they be make presidential election? They go thief some white man people. What are they take them for beef for creepy? They say now Amnesty International. Amnesty International can't debunk them. They all gonna go catch some TV them. They can't say people where they be do attack them for Ndonga Matum. They all can debunk them. They all go everywhere. They debunk them. You see, Atangi says he go the treating Equinox television. He talks Equinox television. He don't carry oil now. They throw it on top fire. Wait, me burn plenty. That means say he knows the fire ABB. Now people when they before deny at first say will not get problem, we not get Anglophone problem. Yeah, now then talk say why they bring decentralization, culturalism, they translate this one. If some problem not be, why do they bring all those reforms them? Why you the work at treating journalists, treating human rights organization, all those kind of things? Because La Republique the worker, if we not be the win. Last week, when I stand the worker for Northern Zone, the worker said they on Monday, they said they want to make and meet people that come out. When person, it talks say eating a day normal, you not give a right for go outside for work and they beg people them. We don't show for La Republique, say we control our own lives them, say we not will live by them. We not take anywhere we bring up from them. So now with the reason when we see the international community, they talk say when I'm going to go solve this matter, so because La Republique be talking an internal matter. Now, international community say no, so. They talk, La Republic, they work at borrow money all over the world. We don't hear Russia talk, say you want to go again for the fix sonara for the. If La Republic get the money, why they not go to be the sonara themselves? And we win plenty. It expose La Republic last. When I don't hear Emmanuel Macron, he can't talk say. Now you don't go the tell for say me the release come to. He say me the release will only that way they did. Therefore it shows it so we don't force them now. They show true say yes. Now France it be do alternate them. For Biaro we can go make national dialogue. It fail. It don't go for Franco talk say oh it don't come for give account for Macron for national dialogue. It showed now say this so. There's no way for Pobia. We don't win again with it. It happened. Pobia don't go in for Switzerland. They don't follow you. They drive it for Switzerland. We don't win again plenty. Pobia don't go for television. He go to how he confess. Say if he try for assimilate with, but we talk say no. You know if you take the 2 cube sugar that you put them. And I'm here to tell you something. The 2 cube sugar where Pobia and they talk in those days them. They don't turn being an iron sugar. Now iron sugar where even a fire. Even a fire, you know, if you burn them, if you go for them. So now the thing where we talk for all we elites and everybody where it did, say, Papa and Mommy them, time don't correct me all when I join this movement. I see some part like Ayapo. The other day the work at the cry say the rubber block is salary, money not come up for you. Why you want more big for belong with the Republic people where you get your salary where you don't want you go to retirement, wait for the enjoy your retirement, they work at the block your own salary. You want hear this other one to say they say me must can go follow you book them for paper them now for your own day. And they say me give 10%, 20%. Why when I want say me must you with people when I know feel I mean, they don't feel respect on people. They don't feel believe say wanna be some things. They call when I say dogs, they call when I say rat them. But now what it happen? Even for Douala, I go they say 3 cocoa now for 1,000. Palaba chop. We just see woman the francophone. They talk say they will buy 1 bag for carrot. They will buy 1 bag for carrot. Give 8,000 francs now 32,000. Where say the carrot they come out? They come out for Santa. We say chop they come out for CDC, they come out for all side them. So we don't make them. Me, mommy and papa, them, me wanna not export chop for La Republic. They go kneel down for we, they go staff, and everything where it happen, they go pack, they go come out. Me all francophone they come out, including the federalism. Thank you.
Yes. Well, my country people them, I send on a special salute, do on a ABC Amber TV. And we did for this particular show that they call and say Amber Focus. Yes, we'll they focus on the things the way they happen for our country, Ambazonia, and for the things the way go help you for build our country like one people, one heart, and one spirit. Yes, we fight together, we live together, we die together. Our country people then, I get some strong question I ask Prince J.K. when I would like for hear that question. But before I can ask Prince J.K. that question, we will get a short musical break where the musical break now I will give you introduction for that question. When I just stay online as we go for a short musical break.
We shall rest from this battle and sing our God praises. We shall rest from these troubles and give glory to God. We shall rest from this battle and shout hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Lord. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Lord. We shall rest from these battles and give our God praises. We shall rest from these troubles and give glory to God. We shall rest from these battles and shout hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King. Sing Hosanna, Hosanna to the King.
He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. Man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest.
Oh, he is a righteous man at court, a mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the various man at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory.
You know, my country people.
Hosanna. Wow, Papa T. God bless you, sir.
Hold on. You know, the two things I say, I like this song, and not only you like this song. I want to make more understand something. Ambazonia people, they like this song because if you listen to the wordings, you know, me, I'm that kind of person where I need just dance any kind of music. I dance music based on the meanings of the wordings. I pay a lot of attention for the wordings of a meaning of a song before I dance that kind of song. And the particular song for Patasan moved me a lot. It's a faith-filled song. Yes, a faith-filled song. He said he will give us the victory. Yes, and the manifestation for that victory, it don't realize itself. It don't be fulfilled. And we'll be so blessed to be part of this generation. Carl, before I come to my question, Ma use this opportunity for talk for people that watch me. If those of you who are watching us on satellite, by the way, welcome to ABC Amber TV. If you are just joining us right now on air, this is ABC Amber TV. You're watching your favorite program on ABC Amber TV, Amber Focus. I'm your host, Mr. Nanchop. For those of you watching us on social media, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, and other channels, please do me a favor, share the link. Especially for those of you watching us on Facebook. You know, I want you to provoke your enemies, our enemies of this revolution. The things that if you invest a lot of money for crumple we for stop we, but make them know so nobody can stop us Ambazonians. Yes, and nobody knows if you stop this ABC TV. Share them until they see them, so we'll still get our message out there through social media and through Facebook. Of course, this music will just hear them. We'll play them. We will like them plenty. And music, we're one of our beloved. In fact, Kai, you know the question where you go come for GC. I already see GC 2025 or 30. Question why picking with the right time for GC. It could be now. I think the kind of how they play this song, they ask and say, who is the great man who played this song? They begin to start right time, they feel them. But I want to ask you this question, Ka. Who is Patasan? And no say, if we want to really go into detail about Patasan, we will sleep for you. But I want to give you Ambazonia a short recap of your own understanding about Patasan before I go to the next question. Thank you, sir.
Deacon Patasan or Deacon Tasan Wilfred as his name, but we call it Papa T or Patasan. Patasan, for me, Prince Jeka, I call him the seed of Ambazonia. Yeah, I don't care about his educational background, but to the Ambazonia revolution, he's the man who has stood over all storms. I describe him as the fertile seed. You remember, say, Bible be talk, say, sower be go out for sow seed. As it be the soul, some seed them before for inside chuku. Chuku grow and chuku chukam. They die. So other one they be fall for inside stone ground because of lack of soil. It not be fit grow. But one of that seed, the fall for fertile ground, that seed grow and it bear fruits, plenty fruits will be benefit everybody for the land. For this revolution, we don't get all kinds of seed. Amongst we, those see them now the different kind of people where they don't get for this revolution, where they don't put their interests. The one that before for chuku, we put them as Dr. Fontaine, Barrister Bobala. The one that were stand for rocky ground, we put them as Seseko, put them as the others. Patterson is the fertile seed. Through him, many seeds have come out. He has stood against corruption, stood against bribery, stood against everything which a normal person under any circumstance would refuse. So he's the face of this revolution. That's just Patterson. If you want to remember him, look at him as the fertile seed for the revolution. That's all I can say.
I want to repeat to my country people. One short question we want to go right for GC. We don't go for Ambazonia. Now, who is Patterson? Write an essay. 50 marks. Yes. I'm not going to write an essay. Not fair. But I want to make me Ambazonia know one thing. In the next days, I'm going to have a show, an elaborate show on this particular question. Who is Patterson? I talk something. Some of you don't know who is Patterson. Some of you don't know who is Patterson. And now, by the way, it will be a show on its own on who is Patterson or Dikintasan Wilfred. We will see from where it came. And see, some question and if you ask some people them, and most of them know they comment, mostly all they watch for social media. When I know the answer. I no one believe to nobody. But suppose you ask you say, who be, for example, who be Sisiko? Most of them will get a limited knowledge on Sisiko. When I know the only time we just come on surface, you know, and then now we're there for prison. And for person for just use that kind of knowledge, to say Sisiko a natural president for Ambazonia. It's a, you know, the manifestation of fully. But I know I'm going to that topic. Because some of the things where they happen for the revolution now, and when they happen Isa Kondingi, we go feel understand now. If you know the backgrounds of people, you know how they come out, you know how the road they don't work on for the revolution.
Nacho, I add something for that this thing. You see and say, for test the fate of man, una dey for jail with your brothers. For inside jail where una dey, we for outside Facebook would talk say couldn't talk with Kamto. But you see the genuine pure heart of a human being. Now, whether if I see some person for Facebook, they insult that man, and they just look and say, well, it is so, all man for well not be perfect. You see, say the whole Ambazonia on Facebook, including those the way they turn to the see coach the Patterson. Ubi the talk says could talk we come to Patterson take a book and a pen. Before this letter come out, he write, he said, my brothers, you know, call them, and he said, my brothers did not talk with Kamto. Covering his brothers, even in their deeds. Even though they could make two governments, scatter them so, divide them for jail, bring one for ground zero for one side, one for Nigeria, then the day for one side, they hold their own meeting. Despite all that, despite all the neglect, Patterson pick a pen and a paper, still defend his brothers. Put them out for social media, for tell the world, say brothers not talk with Kamto. But His pure heart brought out the evil mind of his fellow brothers. That's one of a kind person you can see in the world. One. Where even the activists them outside, they take the letter where Patterson write them, say, start call for make mockery. So when the talk says Seseku don't talk, we come to Patterson don't do them. But time where Seseku come out vomit them, all in their mouth shut. You can see pureness. That's the kind of leaders we need in Ambazonia. Pureness from the heart. Thank you.
Come on, UN.
Yeah, thank you plenty about the position where you give me. Say me talk some small thing about Tassang Wilfred, Pa Tassang, of course. Me, you don't play that music where it there for day, and now religious music where they show hope and where they advise people, and we understand. Say they talk say inside Bible. Say it is easy for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Patterson and Mario, they don't carry 300 million, go say they go bribe it, this thing just start. But since Namae stand for justice, Namae he believe like for biblical studies where they talk, say me rich people sell their thing that they give for poor people. He say it stand for the poor, it stand for justice. And I'd be surprised say even can reach today, Patterson even stand for justice, even pastors them, past moderator, where they see that they kill people, moderator they keep him mouth shut because he wanna somebody will enter a belly. You don't see some moderator not the way is small. Now big people they get big belly them because I think the way they take and they chop and they hide a bad faith inside that belly. Now the thing where we talk say if the church leaders they no fit call up atrocities, injustice, it therefore means say I don't know. But me the local fool win I say pastor they talk say practice what I preach, don't practice what I do. So now as he say Patterson stand for democracy, for injustice, and it stand for the truth. It stand for injustice. Now why that way it talk with La Republic? It do for we. Now why that is side with we for say we will seek justice in the face of La Republic. It stand for democracy. Now why that way it be the being the leader for the revolution. When 3 or 4 people they go straight up for down, they take a decision, say they change and they put up for Sisiko. Tassang he accept them and he supports Sisiko. He work under Sisiko. He promotes Sisiko. Now person where he be accountable for we. Now person will not be greedy. He talks to me when I begin to prosecute the revolution for outside, like say them they already die. Now person where he talk like for even for Sisiko for prison say you talk for corruption, embezzlement. If you not be see embezzlement, that will be there for outside as a free person. How you can see him now? Now say he can't talk because the Milan will be the thief money for Scapac. He don't talk nothing. Now person where he stand against manipulation. Now whether he won Ambazonia them a bad come to, and we too we see what we come to a B, and he won we a bad come to. But we see say only that and two they go again they join with come to. That's something that he stand. It proven for we. Say me will know who them be now the rare people where they know we Anglo-Saxon culture. Yes, Patterson sing music for the Anglo-Saxon culture. It means say with it. In times of trouble, all we will condole with the person. In times of celebration, all we will celebrate with the person. Happiness we celebrate and happy with the person. When Patterson is sing this music, I feel guarantee you say all man where a day behind Kunengi IG, all the activists for SCAF, all of them, none of them even share this music, none of them be promote this music, none of them be even appreciate Tassang for this music. Can't reach even today where I speak. Yes. And this is a person that he talks to this so it be a door person because 9 people and they agree something, it is stand against. I want to ask them for Ambazonia people. Jesus Christ will get how many disciples them? Jesus Christ will get how many people where they be there for you? But ye want to stand for the truth, and he stand for the truth. Now whether he save we. So when I want to meet Tassang, he follow a majority where they want to sell us to La Republic. A follow majority when I greedy people or me a single himself out. He hell we for orientate we for tell the truth for we. That's not the fight for any power. That's not be charged for any investment. If you don't want we at first say a big leader in the revolution, it will sell the revolution and use the money to pretend to be fighting. It can't want for other kind of things when I become a person where it is signal freedom, it is signal justice. But me, I come for this note for tell Ambazonia people say we get for be very careful with the people where they do for Rakonengi, because most of them now people where they be not commit atrocities, they be not invest millions money for La Republic, and some of them they outside for here they worker, and the people where before 2016 they not be able to go for La Republic again because they will get charges them. People like Congo Success, people like different people them they get millions them. So now they understand say how will not for people go for La Republic because they will follow for the charges where it will be for the make that more will sell this revolution for La Republic. So that means the more they charges them, may they not talk will pay the hundreds of millions them. Now why do you see these people? They can't enter meeting, can't connect, talk say this oh Milan and Narova, they don't know nothing about the Naira abduction, Tasang na this, Tasang na fake this thing, Tasang na fake whatsoever. I tell you, and I talk this one for national TV. Say Tasang Wilfred, it take the risk for risk itself for people who want to sell with for Francophone them. People who they decide with Francophone them. It take the risk for it in life for La Republic. It talk with the truth. It be now Tasang na a stumbling block for La Republic. If you sacrifice a life like Jesus Christ for so I want to tell Ambazonia people, say if something happen for Tasang Wilfred, be ye who or who, where it come up for what time, hold a youth tabby and the 9 other people responsible. If something happened to Tasang Wilfred, even I heard it act or now wait it happen for you. When I hold a youth tabby and the rest of the 9 people where they come up for the responsible. Tasang don't give his life for we, and he talks he not care for that because he want to tell the truth. Yes, because you must tell the truth. If you not talk the truth, at times you don't go talk say Equinox now can't talk the truth say now Cameroon military is spoil and keep people. I ask about at times you say okay if you want come up for go for Boya, you reach for Tico, Amber boys and they attack you, and where Equinox be there for your back. How you will feel if Equinox television it come for evening? It can't talk say Atanga be reach for Tico, Cameroon military attack a moto, or it talk and say no, na just on tribi attack a moto. Nobody will talk say they not they talk the truth. So as we promote say defense of person may not talk the truth today. Now so tomorrow if they not talk the truth for thing where you go for inside it will tie you for your belly and it will tie you and whatsoever. Make people that see them. Say all these people where they want to say where they do with the Kondengi group, armed robber groups them. Now people they never support Tasang Wilfred, they never support it in any way. Now armed robbers them. No now even some people they go talk say now Kondengi whatsoever. That is armed robber people. When we move Bala, he accept them. We move Tasang, he accept them. Why we move Ayutabi? It is denied now because they will not make their arrangement for go sell with innocent people for prison. Thank you.
And ma add something to that, country people. That shape Bangdi IG ready for prison. That shape Bangdi Kondingi IG. Something they will never understand the mafia way they go on. You see, Ayaba. With all the atrocity we don't do, Ambazonia they don't expose in nakedness. Now don't forget say you work out in back. The woman we want to Ghana for Munya market. He go for England where they set it up, say one go sign deal, he won. Now person the way he blast Siko, he say no go work with Siko, he say who be Siko na JJC, Johnny just come for this revolution. But because na opportunist, and the own young man way to work with away when na Siko even appoint and do already for China, how did they call their name again? This young boy.
Capo, you go to chop money with woman for hotel for Nigeria.
Capo Pamela. Now, there be the hope say they would take advantage of a situation for for prison, so that Ayaba will come overall. But as I can see and say, you know, worker. When I not see the OJ way come out just of reason, when I see even he the Capo Pamela when I see appoint you, Instead, he saw Sissoko and Sissoko come. Sissoko cling to power. Sissoko no release the power. So Tino will get for understand. He just did a man where he did a person where I can't meet up with today. I say, car, we'll go thief UN. If we rob you, we'll divide the money. But you know, say I be greedy man. You know very well, say I be a very greedy man. Car. So I can't wait and I say, join me more, go thief UN. When I go thief UN, I can't reach now. I start playing you game over the money. Then you vex. You start exposing secrecy. Then you become more go thief UN. Now the same thing will happen for me. Because I people they say when they believe they manipulate Ambazonia, so they see the name for Secrecy and Dr. Sako. People go give them, people go join them, say, okay, Ayaba, don't go join Sissoko. More follow them. They be the hope say Ambazonia they go follow them and they will give them green light. Then they be the hope say now they will go manipulate Sissoko, make Ayaba take power. But as he go knock, they don't start fight. When I just give small time, when I go see the real truth come, I don't always talk them. Say time they reveal the reality and time they reveal truth. Car see asking the bomb. You want to talk something?
That's very true, my brother. That's very, very true there. This revolution, this one with time we know people them very well. Things that they unveil with time. You know, say for this revolution, nothing the hide for underground. Yes, nothing the hide. Capo Daniel them and the rest, they don't be opportunists. I don't know, I don't tell Ambazonia people, I don't tell them say if this revolution fail, I know no person that go on Ambazonia people because we don't need God for come off for up again for can't tell when truth. God don't open everything will don't happen for this revolution. God don't open and so give for now. Some people then they pray. I don't tell you now for my life show. I talk say if you pray from today to tomorrow, when I see this glass as it stand in front of this camera, you can pray for this glass from today to tomorrow. Tell this glass, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus, you scatter all tongue, riba, ba, 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 ba. Glass, come out from here and go here. This glass not go shake. You feel scatter, but if you not take your hand, hold the glass, shift this glass so the glass go remain for day. God don't give Ambazonia victory for this revolution. The only thing we remain as Ambazonian people, then they use emotions, they don't want to reclaim them. But the few people that they for back, they claim them. I like that talk where you and talk say Jesus begat how many disciples? Jesus begat not 12 disciples. Out of all the million people them for the world, for inside Jerusalem, inside Israel, he began at 12. How many people will enter Israel, promised land, only 2, Caleb and Joshua. So for this 12, you know the worker with multitude. So my people, God already give you now. Don't follow comments on Facebook. Follow the reality and the vision to free Ambazonia. It's clear, very clear and simple. The restoration fighters of Ground Zero are very devoted, very focused. They already see them. They watch all our videos. They be very now. I don't want to see ghost town. Lockdown. People try to bring 2 dates, then match the other one for the other group. They concentrate for the one for the interim government because the people be very focused. Very focused. These people were inside diaspora where they call them say groups. I want you to know that groups in diaspora are opportunists. I don't give you some pineapple for my live show. I actually say, if Papa get Pekin where he did class 7, he want go college. If you wait now when Pekin don't write common entrance or go buy that Pekin books or go buy that Pekin box or go boarding school, I don't ask on so. All these people where they for diaspora, where they don't be for this revolution for 27 years, where they say, oh, I love Ambazonia. Ambazonia is my this. If Ambazonia, you love Ambazonia, you before this revolution, you don't collect money for refugee. You don't make asylum paper for picking them. You don't work your own personal work. How much you don't keep them? You be the keeper and say, if someday something will happen, now this money I go support the revolution. No one kobo. Now for that pineapple action, I say, which papa is picking the one go secondary school? In the way now they were common just don't come up for go buy that picking box. They were not ready. Why would they mix emotion? They were not ready. If they were ready by the time where This my brother, the way they be truck drivers, then buy and sell them for ground zero. They say, okay, diaspora will not join. This one for diaspora will say, oh my brother, will be the way to, we don't already keep this amount of money. For people we don't keep this money for join this revolution. We think that, and then they for kind of answer and say, how on one time we go? But you when you there, you never keep no money, you never keep one sheet. Person why they for down where it is suffer, you don't get chop for chop. Lawyers and the worker we caught under Sunday go court come back, money no they come out, bike riders and truck pusher. They say may they do revolution. May they make things change. They call you, may you come. You one can dictate. That one not been a greediness. Ambazonia people. When I leave this team, may we fight this war. I thank God would already match them under the balls. Would already say under the balls, all of them. They are distractions, very big distraction. They not be there part for the revolution. They don't just come in now. It's like you get problem for your house. Neighbor for outside one camp or can decide for you how you go solve your problem for your house. Or you call neighbor, make neighbor say, neighbor, I get problem for my house. Neighbor can't tell you, no, na me I go marry a woman. Ambazonia, let's focus. Thank you, Nacho. More will continue. I just be happy the way Uchimba they explain those things.
Yes. Well, my
we'll
country people, time on late. Now I already past 11 for night for Ganzero and also for some part of Europe. Now, what we want to start round up this show. But I want to promise you one thing. When I see these two guests, the way I get them for here, I will bring them again next week for Amber Voice. Because I want to talk on a particular topic where, in fact, Bible says more give, all we know very well, say we get to give praise for I mean, one not be Jude, right? And one person be good for the revolution. One person they sacrifice. And also, we know for the honor, we know for the give them some prize, but we get to recognize them. Yes. Some key things in the way I will bring them up for the next show for Amber Voice, where it go shock Ambazonians. In fact, it go shut up the mouth for all these long mob rat activists of the internet. Because one bad thing if you happen for man say maybe lost in their own ignorance. Yes, there are some activists that don't be lost in their own ignorance. Because we get to know who Bata Sandy and how this will look, I don't forget your history. So man say if you don't know play with come out here, no play with the go. But if you don't know play with the go, no place where you come out, Ambazonia will get to know who will come out for the revolution. People don't get opportunity for say this revolution, take money, put in their pocket. You know, listen, please just cut us some talk where that don't make sense. See, when I know why it took me 57 years to build the Republic, nobody say our generation intelligent pass the generation for back. No. Maybe because our generation get more power pass the other generation for back. No. Now, because most of the other generation and they don't be crumpled down by people the way they say their will. Yes, hungry belly people, when they decide to take some money, they shouldn't quiet, make the people die. But our generation, we know for be here to do with the fight, nobody for this stage where La Republique, we don't crumple La Republique, so we don't break La Republique before La Republique if we stand up again to talk. When I'm not sure what La Republique do, as I say coronavirus or give money for country the way for support them financially when they get coronavirus, La Republique won't go declare so they get 2 cases of coronavirus. How a country will come to that level, it will be so miserable for the do other kind of manipulation. La Republique just live now on manipulation. Just like you and Tokam, the one do the election, they go pick some, we call them Germany, say penna. You may see the way man the way they sleep on street where they didn't get house. Pick them, get them close to the well. Can't tell them say they be people where they can't supervise the election because why? You see, when you don't reach that level of manipulation, listen, madness gets different level. Man, keep on with Tuesday, man, not enter that opportunity because it goes sweet. I don't miss. Madness gets different level. We go enter things the way Ambazonia will not enjoy. But before the round about
I said Clovis.
Yes, sir.
I beg. I take say for Tuesday some topic they were we get for handle them too. Where if we not be careful, where if we not explain that topic, Ambazonia they know it will cost us a lot. I don't hear plenty of people that they talk say collaboration, unity, and all those kind of things. Them. We all talk this topic tire and just put our next week we go to expatiate on that topic. Yes. because na topic where infiltrator they will still can use and for can infiltrate the revolution for inside, then we will see say we not go to work or go anywhere.
You correct, Papa. What you talk, you be fine. And of course, Tuesday show we will start a little bit earlier than today. I will go dig a lot of things in. Yes, my country people there. I will put on the telephone number for Amber Focus for get just a few calls today. I beg. More than no vex. I know see plenty people that vex with me, so we need the answer. I don't know if you answer all their calls for ABC. But we will take few calls them today for this program. I want back when I say I beg. Now just what tradition for ABC Amber Focus, some would always want to take calls there. Yes, and if you call away from ground zero, let me know. So you call away from ground zero. You know must stay with the city or place where they. But I want you make the enemies of ABC, meaning no say people for ground zero that they wash we and they don't know if you stop for follow ABC because now they are planned that. They don't look and say they don't do all team, they don't fit. Now that the fight say may they keep the people out of information so that the people go lost. Then they will use now their opportunity for go take money for the Republic for spare our revolution. But just like Prince Jeka talk, not enough to stop the revolution. What does it win? Yes. So my brother, then before the way they call us, might give an open floor. When I talk anything with for a heart for encourage the people, and of course, we don't forget so we talk about how would we crumple La Republic and how would we win La Republic for this revolution.
You want me to say something, Nacho?
Go on, come on, yeah. You can say something.
My great people of Ambazonia, I not say don't late for ground zero. Our spirits, they be high because of our determination. We just get for continual determination. And we get to put the facts out straight. We will continue being focused in the revolution. If anything they out, when I know so will come out, can't come. When I not be distracted about those fake claims we put at the give them. The motto of this revolution is all for one, one for all. If all of us are for one person, if that person mistake, fumble, that person, the other all, we can put that person back for down. So that's so this revolution did. So my fellow people of Ambazonia, we have to be focused. Support your county and your LG and put the power day. We don't get tip again. May some person not lie you and there's some comments that they come out distraction say no tip not for the revolution, we don't destroy them. The power force of our activism and the will of the people, we don't destroy all tip. In every county and LGA, you get audit every Saturday. They talk about financial updates, how much they go for ground zero, how much they be used. Go to your county. We are 8 million people. If we give $1, and I see only for what we do for my page for feeding money for our boys and $5 would give them. Now I don't get close to 3,000 something, almost $3,500. We don't start to give out for counties and for feeding money. Just imagine, say, only for my show, for Watana Wata. Then if we be say we'll be doing so all 8 million, 5. Imagine how much for the get. We could not be distracted. Now we get all the things there. We still are public. We get the machines, we get the sticks, we get the ideologies, the techniques. The video labs that they don't block ABC. We go create app. Ambazonians are born Israelites. They get wisdom for their brain. Too much. We go create app now. So tell Mark Zuckerberg, say smarter, we go leave this in nonsense. We'll create an Ambazonia TV app where anytime we say Chris one come live, we just need to do communication on Facebook. Says that Chris will be live this time, or we'll just go for that app, we'll go watch them. We'll pass our message. We go, I don't tell when I say the small picking way be the creep with me for a hand. Say we bet no kiwi. Now we don't be now better lion. We don't strong for ground le wake. They not be shaking we. We did get every day where this world go. They start to say one no be day. Now it don't turn a different thing where body don't strong. Small time they go start seeing a missiles. The one way happen for them are small, they go start seeing missiles, correct things then. So my people must stay focused, very focused.
you'll continue to talk that we already get some call away there for line and the calls they come in so rampantly. Hello, sir. Welcome to ABC Amber TV. You are connected to Amber Focus.
Hello, comrade. Are you getting me?
Yes, Papa, will get you.
Okay. I just want to start by appreciating the good work that you're doing. And you are really true Ambazonians, true patriots, and we are really proud of what you're doing. So my question is concerning the recent diplomatic breakthrough that relates to taking Larifik to the ICC. What
Hold
I
on,
know
I'll connect
is,
you. Hold on. Yes, sir, I'm getting you.
yes. So as I was saying, concerning the recent diplomatic initiative, or let me say victory. Hello?
We are getting you, sir, one-on-one.
Okay. So concerning the recent diplomatic victory by the ACT, the Ambazonian coalition team, and those lawyers to take LRC to the ICC. What I understand is it's another member state of the ICC that can, can sue another one. So yes, I know we're not a state. Do you know if we have any state that's ready to help us in that plight? That's my question.
Okay, bro. Now, I like your question, but I want to answer your question for 2 points. And I want to give this special message to Ambazonia then. When I know something, please
may I just give you direct answer?
No, hold on. I'll give the panelism opportunity to talk on that. But okay. I want to understand something. That time don't pass. You see, I like what you talk. Carter said we'll start the revolution because the job burner. We don't grow. One of our weakness and one of our strength for the revolution has been on social media, where a lot of excitement we give a lot of our secrets for social media. Now we don't know what to talk about social media and what to talk. What to just allow more at the result. So for your question, I say me and Ambazonia and be a short so listen. Do I feel tell now? La République is in danger. Yes, because you see, I like this interim government and I like this cabinet and I like the leadership of Dr. Sako because he learned from the mistakes of the past. Then you see Dr. Sako, Chris and they knock their skin again. Made a baby and the baby activism for internet. And that one where they take money for La République, the Bel activism, made them knock their head, they talk, back like dog will not get it. The real work where the interim government do would have seen the only result. When Ambazonia ever know say the interim government takes some moves and what expect me for can't talk now on things with the interim government done, but I want me to understand so a lot be done and the result we'll see them shortly. So I believe I don't answer your question one part. Now I want to give the room for the panelism. Come on, you and you want to talk something for a brother.
Well, I want just tell you say like you talk, we learn from past mistakes. It will be last year President Sako, he can't talk how he began for pass through some country. He go talk with present with for some place, all those nations them. Capo Daniel them, they go call the people and they talk, they cancel them. And I want to tell the scholar me understand say there is a difference between ICC and ICJ, International Court of Justice, and then ICC. ICC get jurisdiction for cover any case anywhere where there is human rights abuses, where there is genocides, where there is all those abuses. Them, if a country or any group or any individual physically carry the matter, it go for day. For play where it get a country for take and go than for International Court of Justice where it talk about the legality of treaties and boundaries and all those things. And again for understand the media caller understand say if International Court of Justice it concentrate for the treat matters of treaties between interstates and other kind of people. A state where it already signed a treaty too as well, it get for go. So Southern Cameroon it get treaties where they be just sign up. So if you see like what they call like all those kind of things like actions from the resolution 1608 and all those kind of things, treaties in the day and countries in the day where they go to do the matter. So there's a way in and way out and all those things them. When we can't classify the talk for year because you never know who be who. But La Republic there for hot seat.
Yes. For that one, we confirm of Israel like public diplomatic and the Chin authority, the results will speak for themselves. No worry, because just like when you and talking, one of the mistakes we don't really make for the revolution on the past authority. You know, if you reveal a secret of your enemy, you go always know. If you reveal a next step for you, go always know for tactical you. And the Chin authority, Ambazonia, listen, we don't wise, brothers and sisters, we don't wise. The one who tackle La Republic now, the results will speak for themselves. Thank you, Bo. And thank you, Mr. Kola. I hope your question will be answered somehow.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Bo. Thanks for calling ABC Amber TV, Amber Focus. Welcome. Yeah, bye for now. So we already get another caller on the line. One of my brother, we most of you would know ye. So hello, sir. You are connected to Amber Focus.
So this is not true. Ambassador Professor Ambazonia. I don't know whether I already hear me fine. I want to hit all ground zero. I want to all ground zero so we don't already win the war. No hold the momentum. Then I will last fight now. Then I want to tell Sari Kamala this. We last letter away Pakistan writer. No, that's all for me. I just said a lot of things. You know the letter wrong. If you find the panel is a special day to take that letter from one paragraph to the other. Explain about Sari Kamala because from that letter, you will say, Sari Kamala and the movie, they don't understand I want you to start a big compromise right from outside. Because as a narrative, that you stand in a sympathetic side. You behave like I want you to start under pressure for the Republic, this and that. That way, Nalo will be sent invitation to that letter as Pakistan writer. That Nalo will be sent invitation to Pakistan not be understand this kind of one. And if you reply for the mail, he asked Nalo and to say, where to be the agenda of this meeting? We said the venue. All that little question about 3 questions on the way asked Nalo. Nalo will repeat the same invitation where it signifies danger. But now we understand the danger why he replied that same invitation. Then Pakistan asked Ayotu Ostabe, so what will be the program of what to the agenda for this meeting and why the urgent listing? Ayotu Ostabe replied Pakistan with the same invitation where it showed that something was not right. And instead of later on, I realized I said Pakistan never ever see Ayotu Ostabe. Even though if it did Ayotu Ostabe power, but if we had said some kind of distance may be there, it will be Pakistan will be able to see this for the Ayotu Ostabe. So that meeting will be like advantage of Pakistan. Nigeria is very Pakistan, but by faith, God still pay Pakistan go to the meeting. But I know where I'm sending you. Because the next try to put on yourself. So now God sent Pakistan to visit. Okay, expose this Ayotu Ostabe.
Thank you.
Pastor Victor will talk how he come to power. No man know how he happened, how the manifestation take place for Pakistan for Ayotu Ostabe. I want to tell a fellow ambassador, Ayotu Ostabe like 6 man.
Well,
Ayotu Ostabe like 56 man.
Okay, Ambazonia Bobo. Ambazonia Bobo.
For Nigeria, the people called man.
Yes,
but they
okay.
say Pakistan are even compromised out there before I go prison. No, I look at it say Ayotu Ostabe under pressure for the Republic to lie. If we compromise right from out here, right where it's out there be free.
Okay.
I'm gonna take time for ABC now. What a program about that. Okay. Now when I let us go to the revolution, God already given the answer. But now go to the Israel letter. See all the things there.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Amber Bobo. Well, thank you so much for your contribution. And I want to give you a rendezvous. Make sure say Tuesday when you come, you create some time because we're going to get a special show. And I know I may miss that show. I don't talk about Ambazonians. I don't know whether you missed that particular point. we get for talk about the things them and the details. And we know if you do one for Amber Focus. Should we want focus on other things? But nevertheless, thank you so much, my beloved brother, for your spirit and your patriotism. Thank you for the call. And we get some other caller. One more take caller from Gonzoro. We get a caller from Gonzoro where the try for call. More get for
Mr. Macho, can ma leave on shortly, Mr. Uchemba fit respond to those answers and respond to some urgent thing.
I want to get I just get this call away. They call from Gonzo. We be connected. More just give it the opportunity before we say goodbye.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to Amber Focus. Hello, you are connected, sir. Okay, we don't lose that call. Huh? Yeah, come with car. We try to talk some. Well, since you car,
yeah,
okay, pa.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes, it is understood.
I want to handle some emergency. You know, say me to for security on site. Anyway, if we not get much, and I handle some very important in the way I don't leave them undone. They don't just. Okay. I don't see message enter my phone. They call me on. Oh,
it's okay.
If they okay, I feel round up the show. Then, huh?
I say it's okay. We'll just go pick up some calls. We'll round up the show. It's a bit late for Europe here. So thank you so much, Car, and I will talk to you later. So yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So country people already call from Gonzalo. I'll be sorry say I'm not to pick all calls them, but I need to get at least a caller from Gonzalo today before we drop. We not take much calls them as I talk. We not take much calls them today. Come on, UN. For the caller they don't call. What you want for them?
No, we already answered the first caller where we talk about for us the route the thing the way will you go. It's just like how will you be teacher, you want set exam, you first can go publish answer for outside there for begin them. So we're not going to do those things. Even like Republic when they can attack with people, they know the announce them for we. About the letter for Patasang, I believe say maybe by Tuesday we will go come for Amber Voice. We will take the letter one paragraph to the other paragraph. In fact, we examine not only the letter, we include the other letters when the very first come, and then we dwell on the issue. Yes.
Sorry for culture. I get a caller from Gonzalo. Move to the TV. Good evening, sir, and welcome to Amber Focus.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Welcome for Amber Focus, Papa. How for you?
No, fine, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Now, who call? Who said you calling from me?
Zero. I'm particularly glad to have myself connected this evening.
Yes. Okay, Papa. Would hear you?
Specifically in Bamenda.
From Bamenda. Wow, great. Northern Zone, Ambazonia. Okay. I think so that enough. That information be enough. That information be enough. Not tell me more again. So, give me a contribution for the show today.
Yeah, the first thing for appreciate the diaspora. Most often, when you come online, you praise us at ground zero, you praise the fighters. But I am one of the persons that I find it important to also praise you there because, you see, I'm not saying that we are not working hard this way, but the wins we can have this way are only numbers of people dead either side. Meanwhile, the real win for this battle or for this war is going to be achieved from diplomacy, what you guys are doing outside there. Because guns don't declare independence, it's diplomacy, it's discussion, it's contacts. So I wish to praise people outside there so greatly. There is just one thing, one worry I have to express. For these 4 years, there is a group of fighters back here that has never confronted people in one occasion with the forces of La Republic, but has all the time to kill civilians, to arrest, to kidnap, to butcher, like the one in Benin I'm sorry to mention, don't you see that it's like it's a Canadian group that is there? Because I can assure you that that group of fighters beneath has never in a single occasion has had any confrontation with the military. All they do is turn around, shoot people in neighboring villages, turn around, kill them, and so on. Most of what I'm saying you already know. I don't want to belabor the point, but to end it all, I want to appreciate you people for a job well done. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you for calling, sir. Come on, you, and I'm going to give an opportunity to answer that. We already have the next caller from Gonzero. Let me take him. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
You don't lose that caller. Come on, you, if you respond for that caller.
Well, we don't give a lot of security information for outside for people that say when person get any group, I mean some person use some number, they call you, they threaten you, and other kind of you get number where you get for report for security for interim government. Because our goal now for liberate ourselves from La Republic, not before they harass and they punish our own people. And that one now, the reason why we still insist, say me people that join their LGS and their counties because no place there inside Europe, even in America for here, where an individual he talks he operate a private military, Yes, even at the day for county, it did like say when I already divide portion that they know, when I know numbers, and when I know everybody. Anytime we infiltrate to the camp or a black leg the camp, we'll get for understand them. So now they think that we wanna take all the numbers and people where they terrorize when I send them, they will track them down one by one, and also we get for do. Therefore, we even talk for people them say, may they avoid, especially fighters, may they avoid for they do videos and all that kind of thing where you would expose them. Now guerrilla war where we not need for expose for La Republic what you would do, and everything me like they call a talk. Equal for Northern Zone. May wanna remain focused for ABC. Wanna remain focused. Any announcement, anything it will give an orientation for them. Because I yes some part for Northern Zone it will be locked up today. They talk say na lockdown on a ghost town. There is no ghost town, no lockdown, no day. Now only countries Monday where would the Sunday where they on Monday. So me wanna ignore those people them. If you see any person where they want to try for the enforce anything out of that day where interim government they can't ever put them for the, you know, say now one of those kind of guys the way they harass one and people and the rest because they want to try for inflicting a pain on the population so that me population they turn hate, they talk say no, they're not still there for the revolution. Now the game of La Republic that, now the game for La Republic that where they do kidnapping and all those things for try for punish population. So when I remain focused, if any lockdown or anything it did, when I get forget them for year. When I know the chairperson for my LGS and my country.
Thank you, sir. I will just take one more caller from Gonzero before we run or before you give your final statement. We'll get a caller from Gonzero. Hello and welcome to Amber Focus.
Welcome, thank you.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Now, Wisdom from Gonzero.
Okay, Mr. Wisdom.
Hello.
Yes, sir. What's your contribution?
Yeah. Hello.
Would you hear you, Papa?
Hello.
Yes, would you hear you?
Hello.
Well, I just network the worry for that caller.
Put a number again for screen. Put a number again for screen. Some people that they try for call my own number for you. Put the number again for call for screen again.
Hello. You are connected, sir. Okay, the two are gonna say some person really insists for this. I might pick up for my other phone. Welcome to Amber Focus. Yes. Yeah. Now what you talking, Papa? Good evening. Beautiful Gonzalo. Okay.
Yes, I want to call Mr. Ochiba. Me on fancy the good towns with perspective. Hello?
Would hear you, Papa?
Yes, the ghost town we are respecting on every Friday is Black Friday. That one not concerning interim government. Yes, it's Black Friday. The day the interim government started the the official morning Friday. That day we pick it up the next week. So it will end on the fourth, week of from the day we had the national or Ambazonian day of mourning for the poor of Gabo.
Ah, okay.
So next will be the last week. Yes. So when there is only for you ask, not that there is somebody telling us or whatsoever. No.
Okay.
The forces on the ground.
Okay,
through a message to everybody. So we are mourning all over Northwest, not only Bamenda town.
Okay. Some question that I get for that I ask and I say, now how the decision for this morning become? It be then a private initiative or how it become about?
No, the forces on the ground, they just initiated it. We now get information from the forces on the ground.
Okay, and how do we communicate? How do we do for the communication? Spread around because I don't understand.
No, we just talk to certain individuals. They just escalate the whole issue. You know, being a social media thing, they be telling about more for style.
Okay, let me say if I understand you fine.
Okay. Wait, actually say, well, of course, when any decision they like that kind of one, they get for inform their county chairpersons and their LGBT people them, so that they harmonize the information, they be outside for people, they understand, or not make right for pass through county them.
I don't understand something for the caller. Caller, please stay on the line. I want to understand something from you. I'll get you fine. Let me say the fighters for Gonzalo, they just come up with a decision. Say, okay, this thing a fine thing for say more take the next Fridays and for every week we mourn, and then they pass out to the people. So according to which you talk. So which I don't understand. I say now how do we do the communication with the people and because me I hear for first time I just hear from you, and I mean.
If I don't tell we say wanna get a security way of passing information. So the fighters put together one security way that they pass information to us. Like for instance, if you take the issue of Momo, when you kill fighters for the Momo people, then they get every Black Wednesday. I think that is even still going on around Alabukam stretch.
Okay.
To Momo. So every Wednesday we are observing that one too. So we will be necessarily go informing telling them and say we will key fighter, some fighter for Alabukam Bengi stretch. So may they give me a special lockdown program. No, we didn't know what the initiative of ground zero. That just concern with it's an internal issue.
Okay, I understand you, Papa. I just say that point be very clear, but I want just make for
Alabokana which count now which LGA.
Alabokana myself.
Okay, no more not going to detail for that information. I want to just keep them so open. The two way then I say I want to get something very straight. Now you see, we get for learn some to the council organization, even in the face of a revolution. You understand? For avoid some kind of thing. When I see what be happen last time for Batibo, where they say with some general one will cause pass or other general territory without prior information. You see, what you then I say communication. Now a very good thing, but good communication is a very necessary thing. I repeat, communication now good thing, but good communication is a very necessary thing because we got to avoid a situation where it will create a lot of discrepancy and a lot of misunderstanding among us. You know, so what you will fight that they want to do and maybe not very good thing. You can get a good aim for do something, but the channel and the way you want to do and we do it wrong, it make the whole thing become bad. Maybe say so. We appreciate that idea. Say if fighter and decide say the one just gives some honor. Maybe for their so their general way be die. They say they want to take some 2 days for money or whatever. Now good thing. Whatever they decide they want to do, but we'll get the local government area structure and we'll get the county structure. What did that mean? It means that it bring in some organization and some accountancy. Anybody not to say I be general, I go take the decision. No. Each general get to be at least under a local government area. You get to know your people. No, take us so you come up for womb for village. for the woman. You know, to you be general for women, you control. We get for diaspora for women, they want to support you, they give you money. When I get for be under your local government, be under some organization we will help you. And we if now why don't the interim government not bring and say, Una President Sako or the cabinet must take decision for Una. No, Una fit take this is power to the people, but maybe communicated somehow so that confusion not go big. So my brother, what I will advise for Una, and mostly for a general for Gonzalo and Soeti. If things like this happen, Una fit even make a because if it been a good idea, Una fit make a mayor we for ABC will get the information, at least more on a county or on a local government chairs them. When they get the information, we fit announce them and make us okay this so that it must be necessary to announce them, but at least made a local government chairs them or the county chairs and they know because it will help them for know how to manage those things them, so they don't go create confusion. So I thank you so much, my brother, for your call.
Yes, no, very, very important.
So, being a spokesperson for the military or for the county.
Mama, you know, he tell you say get your number. He talk. He say get your number. Henceforth, if important information, they will contact you directly. Of course, that's we like the thing I say. And the most important thing I say, me you really communicate with your local government area or your county, because and if you not get their number, if you always contact me, my number on the screen, or you contact UN, we'll create that connection. You know, one orientate and do one go for all Ambazonians. One everybody get back the connection to a local government area or county. More say, I use womb today, for example. If you come up for womb or for Wusa, you know I work by yourself. If you be a general, you need granite, you need help. You know what I mean? You struggle by yourself. Now, whether you must get connection for your own people so they will help you. You see, I know I'm one of the only struggle to your own decision by oneself. Now, whether it be very important, respect your local government area structure or your county structure, because it will help you for know how to go about things. It will help you for finance. So that's some people don't can deceive you. When I know why most of our fighters for Gonzalo, they go join Atanganji boys because they never get connection with their local government area or their county then. You see, they go follow Atanganji boy because they say and say, I fight me and the man are not going to eat to get some more money because Atanganji the food and give them 10,000 or 20,000. But my turn is you know if you take that money, you go fight against your people. But if you will create the connection, we no say you get this is my number on the screen. If you want your local government area chair's number or whatever, contact me. Contact Common UN. Try to contact ABC if you need help. You need communication. We will help una for go about these things so that una will be protected and una will know how to work with una people. So thank you so much, my brother, for your wonderful call. Stay safe, sir. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you want an Amber Focus. We don't want a special program for ABC Amber TV. Come on, UN. Now already, when I know Billy say, since I come up for from work to studio. Now already midnight is for Europe, but for Ambazonia, I feel do all things because I know if she don't quiet, I see my mommy and my papa them, my picking them, they die, then we should not quiet. And just as some caller talk, one more understand say, would it do the diplomatic work? Yes, this interim government, it work, and more understand say La République they in danger. Listen, I feel talk I will smile because I know what to happen, and I know what to be above for happen. And when I forget about all this, the belly hungry activism, where they cash out for social media, Dr. Sako must do this, interim government must do this. Who be them? For one control, we the people of Ambazonia. You see, we don't pass that level where one manager we can take decision. Now we need every Ambazonian for put up in mind, and then for go contribute to a county, they deliberate on a decision before taking. Now, what else on decision that they stay before they be taken, because the interim government want to make sure say all the stakeholders they don't be consulted. Come on, UN, I will hand the microphone for you for give me a closing statement before we start go off.
Well, thank you plenty. I want to tell Ground Zero in particular, say, me the focus, and say me the know say, the darkest part of the day is at dawn, not time we daily break. where you see where sleep fit the hold you plenty, where some kind temptation fit come out, where you feel when I feel check say in fighting day or some kind thing them they happen, strange thing they go they happen. When I get for focus, say when I target na La Republic, because La Republic it will use all means them for can buy some people, for can make a semi fighter and go to fight different fighters. For can talk say me they want the other one and go kill different people them. No, that is not the reason why we'll be there for this this war. We'll be there for this war for free now Ambazonia, no be now for free and individual. No be for free Sako, no be for free Chris Anu, no be for free Ayaba, no be for free Ayuk Tabe, now for free Ambazonia. Because Ambazonia is a country where it don't come again for stay. People will come and go. Yes, people will come and go. Make stranger them when a La Republic enablers and the Bamileke people or whosoever. Me they not can make wanna begin to fight on other people them, and tomorrow you go cause havoc, cause pain for a person where you go lack salt. We're not there for you for go back salt because you and you be not being an enemy because you want to try for sacrificing some person we just there like I say na Christmas. Yes, we go for love ourselves and be like saying na Sunday. Where every time we go for be together. We for diaspora, we did do everything possible. We be on the work at a match inside the whole world. Where all on two gonna be no. So we work a match inside the whole world. The reason we will match inside the whole world now because we want to tell the whole world say La Republic is the key people for ground zero. La Republic is the one take we land by force. So we will call the whole world the match and say that mean they can't enter separate we. And thank God we don't get Switzerland where it get for can't separate we. We get a different country where they support them. We will go for Switzerland, we'll go here where the people them will talk. Me someone now lie you, say it is so it against the Swiss talks. Now we say we dey cry. If my entire house, we dey cry, say I beg help me, oh. Then man comes talk say, okay, I can't help you. You can't talk say no, I don't want help for you. You be I not trust you, I not trust you. If you not be trust you, why you be work a match inside the whole world for the work I call them? We dey do diplomacy. We will get forget a man march today. Where we get for match for Washington DC. Make some man can fool you say they be postpone the match because people are not be go there. Now because the American government it don't can put injunction. It won't be on Monday. They will close all school them for America for school they not could go. School they not could go. They don't start to close one for France because of that coronavirus where it get a day around. That coronavirus where it day around. Me people that know say intergovernment it they fine, LGA they fine. Everybody, LGA in a subdivision, county, na division. So no tribalism is day for day. You will look at even for a community level, when a community work, when I do development, when I do an for one place, you know, we leave development for dig road for your own place, you come go to dig road for some different side. Even now, diocese when na La Republic dio a day, when the post diocese day for Lebialem, you know, we come on leave Lebialem for the work for day, you go work now for Boya, you go work now for Njikwa, you go work now for different places. Now, why that will call and say county by county LGA and for semi on a great organization, semi on a she don't find, semi on a big fine. We don't hear say the coronavirus where it there for outside. It mean I say when you there for play with some man a cough. For play with some man is sneeze, you get for come up for the place. If you get masks, you wear them. And me, you wash your hands them frequently. Me, when I drink hot water or hot tea, because that's it too, you know, they come up fine with a very hot environment. Me, when I remain safe, when I not put pressure for people, when I not kidnap with brothers and sisters, when I not take ransom for people, because all of we will be being a victim then for the other side. Because this war, it will come in. And when the war will come in, people where they will commit atrocity, where they will do bad things them, they will pay in for. We get prisoners inside prison. As soon as the war will finish, new set of prisoners that will go for inside. Now the one they will commit atrocity, where they will work at the kill people, where they will work at the take ransom, where they work at the go take people their property, go seize them. And they always say someone they go seize, go carry people their car with them, go carry people their motor. That one enough fine. Brothers and sisters. We get for remain committed. We will remain together. We not feel work in isolation. We not feel make a me La Republican use that term the way they can use and say northwest and southwest they divide we. They can call say graphy and this kind and they divide we other kind thing. So now why that we talk say we get for work as county and county by county, LGA by LGA. Maybe I say we will under groups. No man inside diaspora get military where you control for your own house where they for here. then why he want and say me you fight now under a name for back home? Yes. If person dictates me find out under you, it did the same thing like how a pobia they talk say move not under you, deal they talk say move not under you. We don't want that. No, we need democratic institutions. We need a society where everybody be equal before the law, where everything be accountable for. We would come frequently, anytime where any person get any question, any worry, a try for focus, a contact any of we be together. We know the take the, we there for America, we there for America, we want to make Ambazonia be like America. No mean I say we talk, say we take some greedy things, and why that we want talk say me when I love on ourselves like any person, you be accountable. For America, for years, we don't carry Donald Trump, they go for court only because we make a simple phone call. Now so we want to build Ambazonia. We don't want to build Ambazonia where we get dictators, warlords, and bully people where they work like armed robbers. Thank you plenty.
Thank you so much, Komo UN, for that wonderful contribution. Dear televiewers, beautiful people of the beloved nation Ambazonia, thank you so much. We don't come to the end of this show today. And which way did I say, I'm gonna stay focused for this ABC, and of course more challenge those people where they feel say the fee join like public for fight we go for sure and say even they were brother or sister will overcome them. When I get a nice evening, I'm gonna enjoy this song from Patasan.
From this battle and sing our God praises. We shall rest from these troubles and give glory to God. We shall rest from this battle and shout hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Lord. Hosanna, Hosanna to the Lord. We shall rest from these battles and give our God praises. We shall rest from these troubles and give glory to God. We shall rest from these battles and shout hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King. Sing Hosanna, Hosanna to the King.
He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. Man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the valiant man at war, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. He is the righteous judge at court, the mighty man in battle. He will give us the victory. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna in the Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze